It's Mick in Memphis. Charles in East Tennessee. Light it up. Kick back. This is the Real Smoke Podcast. 2 mics, 2 chairs, same sky, different air, long ash, slow burn. Every story takes a turn. Thursdays, 8 o'clock. Let the week just unlock. From the leaf to the glass, we're talking good times that last. This is Real Smoke, Real Smoke. Turn it up, let it roll. From Memphis down the river to the Knoxville hills, we know real people, real talk. Let the conversation flow. Every Thursday, light it. Listen. Welcome to the Real Smoke Show. Cigars, small batch, perfect draw, perfect match. Whiskey whispers in the glass. Let the past and present clash. Legends, up and comers, late nights, long summers, behind the scenes, on the grind. We're getting into every side. This is Real Smoke, Real Smoke. Turn it up, let it roll. From Memphis down the river to the Knoxville hills, we know real people, real talk. Let the conversation flow. Every Thursday, light it. Listen. Welcome to the Real Smoke Show.
This episode may contain strong language, weak opinions, bad advice, and men speaking confidently about things they only half understand. Statements made should not be considered factual, morally sound, especially if they are drinking. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Real Smoke Podcast with your hosts, Mick and Charles, the podcast that's all about real people, real cigars, and real smoke. Coming to you live from the Real Smoke Virtual Cigar Lounge, bringing you the best of cigars, whiskey, and all the good times in between. It's more than just a podcast, it's a community of cigar lovers. So grab your favorite smoke, pour a drink, and join us as we dive into all things cigars, whiskey, and just having a damn good time. This is the Real Smoke Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 63. 63 of the Real Smoke Podcast. We are your host. That's the Memphis beer drinking person over there named Mick. I'm the whiskey drinker named Charles. We are here with another fantastic episode, and if I do say I know absolutely nothing about what's about to happen tonight, I don't know if I like it or if I'm scared, but we're about to learn together. We are talking beer. Beer, not bear, but beer.
Love it.
So before we get things started, let's say hi to our brother over at the Cigar Vault, Oakdale.
Hey everybody, it's Norm with the Cigar Vault Oakdale. Happy New Year. We are talking Lost Ledger for the month of January. This is a very special cigar near and dear to my heart. You heard us talk about this on the Real Smoke Podcast back in November with Mick and Charles. This is a Stolen Throne shop exclusive for the Cigar Vault Oakdale. It retails at $11 MSRP per cigar. You can get it in a 10-pack, or you can get it in a 20-pack sealed bundle, which comes with that amazing Stolen Throne wax stamp on it. They're available online or in store. You do not want to miss this cigar. It is an absolute knockout.
Thank you very much, Norm. What's up, Mick?
Not much, man. My buddy Norm even taking care of me on the cigar thing with you there before we went
Oh,
live.
we'll go over that here in just a second.
It's great, man.
That little
Thanks, Norm. Appreciate it.
Norm, you suck.
No, man, things are good. I'm excited for tonight. I think I put my legwork in, and I think between Frank and I, we put some time into this, and it's going to be a fun show tonight, man. We're trying to branch out in 2026. I think we've done really well in the cigar podcast side. I want to be known as a great podcast, period, man. And beer's part of that. It's outside that realm. We can draw some new people in and have some fun with it. So
it's all about beer tonight, baby. So,
yeah.
Speaking of that 5-pack, and that's kind of in my list way down on the line, but we have been doing, a little competition between Mick and I, and it's been Mick's 5 versus my 5. Mick's 5 sold out because the Cigar Vault cheated, put his cigars at the counter at the shop and let everybody buy them while I left my cigars out hanging around doing absolutely nothing. And then with one pack left, Norm forgets that this is a monthly thing that we've done for 6 months.
Yeah.
Just saying. We've done this for 6 months. It lasts all month. But he pulls it from the shelf so nobody else can buy it and takes it off the site.
Somebody's scared they're going to have to drink Malort. I don't know. That's crazy.
So supposedly, Norm is supposed to put it back on the site, and there's going to be one more, my last 5-pack, to at least even it out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool they sold out. I mean, at least mine did. Norm's been trying to help me the whole month. It is my birthday
Mine
month.
Can't sell out if you don't have them for sale.
I mean, I don't know.
And when Norm's over there holding little baggies like a dealer going, hey, y'all want to buy this? It's not fair.
Hey,
I mean,
they sold,
just
man. I don't know. They
Norm's
sold.
over there pimping yours out like he's a 1980s hood rat. I'm over here. He's throwing mine in the corner like I don't even exist. Thanks,
Norm's
Norm.
my spirit animal. I think he said I was his, but either way, yeah. Thanks, Norm. We appreciate you. I appreciate you at least.
You suck. Love you, but you suck.
Yeah, love you too, buddy. So, yeah. So I've been wanting to bring this up the last couple of weeks, man. You got to be excited. The Winter Olympics are starting soon.
Yes.
You have to be. You talk about it all the time. Since
yeah.
I've known you, it's like one of your favorite things. Like, and what's like 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away, something like that.
2 weeks.
Crazy. Yeah. I just want to. I kept wanting to bring that up in the last couple of shows because
I
you're like prepping for it. You're ready.
Oh yeah, I have all the different Olympic teams on my phone. I follow their Instagrams and Facebooks and things like that. So I'm constantly running everything down, making sure that finding out who's on what teams and what teams are looking good. I'm super excited for the American bobsled team this year.
Oh, yeah.
Again, that's me nerding out. There's even the curling team this year is looking good for the U.S. I mean, how many people can actually say that?
I gotta try that sometime. That looks like so much fun. Do they have places where you can curl and drink beer or whiskey or whatever? That'd be so much fun.
Sure they do.
It's got.
I'm sure they do.
I'd love to do that. I'd get hurt, but it'd be fun.
I mean, it doesn't look too much like a full contact sport. Just say it.
No,
it's a big donut that you use brooms. I mean, come on.
It's like fun.
I would love to play it. I mean, it's shuffleboard on ice.
Absolutely. Big shuffleboard. Looks great.
So let's talk about some swag. You're not wearing one. It's too freaking cold. It's 20 some degrees, almost 18 degrees here. I'm not wearing one. I've got 22 layers on tonight, but we do have some amazing swag, and I think you put some on there. So go ahead and give us a rundown on some swag.
Yeah, we got some pretty awesome stuff shown here. We did add to this collection this past weekend. We put some the My Poppy shirt on Call Me Poppy from the last episode. If you watched that, pretty great. But right here, you can see some of our awesome ones. Waffle House, Ed Skeen, the retro, our veterans, We the People, Walking HR Violation. I think that was meant for me at some point. But yeah, we put some new ones up this week. Check out the merch store. Links in our bio on Instagram or pretty much any of our socials. Reasonably priced. We don't make much of it. We just want to see people wearing our shirts because the designs are pretty cool. So pick one up.
And if you wear our shirts and post it online, we do have a segment that we do where we post you wearing them on the show. So go do that and go wear something.
Heck yeah.
Guys, if you're looking for a great Cigar of the Month Club, go check out Smoke In Cigar of the Month Club. For that price right there, you will get 5 fantastic cigars. They have been doing an amazing job at putting out some great selections. If you use code RSNEW, you're going to get, of course, your typical 5, and then you're going to get a torch lighter and a perfect cutter. So go check them out. If you've never tried a Cigar of the Month Club, I will say price per stick is well worth what you pay right there.
Absolutely.
We do have, again, we are trying to restart our Patreon. I think next week we actually go into all the perks for Patreon, or next week, maybe next month. So Mick, tell us about the Patreon.
Yeah, our Patreon, we recently revamped it. We now only have 2 levels of Patreon. We have the Real Smoke Cut and Light Crew right there on your screen for that price. And you get a sticker pack, shout out on Instagram, your name on the show credits, members only Discord, ask guest questions, sneak peek at upcoming guests. And then we have a secondary option, which is the Real Smoke Inner Circle. Everything from the past pack, you are entered to win quarterly prizes, which we're going to be putting out a little bit more on that, a little more info on that soon. Ability to attend our monthly Zoom HERF, which we are starting up, and ability to talk and ask questions to guests. So yeah, you have a little bit more insight on the guests that are coming up, and it just helps the show out. And we say this every week. We're never looking to make money on this show. We're trying to break even and give back to you guys. Everything that we get above and beyond what we need for operating costs for this, we're putting back out in prize packs, cigars, giveaways, whatever we can do to give back to the community. We're just trying to build the community and keep it rolling.
And we'll say this, the more people that sign up for Patreon, the more and the better our prize packs will be able to give away, because it is that funds that we are going to use to buy them. A couple other things, guys. Make sure that you're hitting the like and subscribe on there. Please do that right now. Make sure you tell your friends. If you're in any of the beer clubs that are listening right now, go into whatever chats or discords that you got, send the link over, let them know that we are going to be live, or we are live right now, and we're going to have the Memphis Beer Drinkers and a bunch of other people on tonight as well. If you are one of the cigar clubs that listen and watch and you're live with us right now, go into your chats and your discords, go tell everybody that, hey, Real Smoke Podcast is on live with the Memphis Beer Drinkers, and come watch and hang out, ask questions. One big story that we put out there was 11 months ago.
Yeah.
Instagram gave us a kiss of death. They kicked us off, denied all of our appeals, made us go from 4,000 followers to 0 overnight. So 11 months ago, we had to restart our Instagram and try to get followers. So as of today, we are less than 80 away from 6K.
Yeah.
So in 11 months, we're almost at 6,000 followers once again back on Instagram. Guys, make sure you share our Instagram page. We are taking next week off, so you'll have 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, help us go ahead and break that 6K mark. And right now we are 40 away from 500 on YouTube. Rookie numbers. Yes, we know. But for this industry, it's still decent numbers, because YouTube doesn't like us. Instagram doesn't like us. So push all the stuff out there to everybody. Help us break those 2 marks in the next 2 weeks. Again, we need 40 more people to hit 500 on YouTube, and we need less than 80 to break 6K on IG. So help us out with that.
Yeah, that was our goal by the end of the first quarter. I think by second week of February, we could probably hit all of those and exceed them. So I'm excited. Constant, slow growth. I mean, a lot of people, we're frustrated at times, but the growth is always consistent. Every day it's something. So thank you, everybody that's jumped on and supported, and help us keep building this community. We appreciate all of you.
So are you ready to go into what we were smoking and reviewing? Well, again, you're not smoking, but what we smoked and reviewed, sure, as well as who we are going to introduce. So absolutely. The cigar that we are smoking tonight is brought to you by none other than XIII Knives.
Hey boys and girls, I wanted to read you a story about the 3 little cutters. Once upon a time there were 3 little cutters. Daddy Cutter, Mama Cutter, and Badass Bulldog Cutter. And Daddy Cutter came out in 2020, and some people thought it looked too much like other cutters. A year later, Mama Cutter came out, and some people thought it looked like Daddy Cutter. Given the times, oh well, let's be original. So in late 22, Badass Bulldog Cutter was born. Badass Bulldog Cutter is a cleaver-style cutter with a bottle opener made from 1095 high-carbon steel that I get right here in the US of A with US-sourced materials. And those who have bought the Badass Bulldog Cutter have lived happily ever after. So quit looking for your glass slipper and buy yourself a Bulldog Cutter.
All right, tonight's cigar.
Tonight's cigar is the Northern Cigar Company El Brujo Blue. Wrapper, Nicaraguan Habano. Binder, Nicaragua. Filler, Chilagre, I think, and Ometepe. Price is right there on your screen. And again, that's brought to you by XIII Knives.
Awesome. Now you're getting so much better. I'm so proud of you.
So much better. I'm practicing.
All right. It's about time we go ahead and bring on our people. At least one starting out. All of our guests tonight are brought to you by Destination Cigars.
Step into the world of cigars like never before at Destination Cigar Lounge, home of the exclusive Allegory cigar brand. Whether you're kicking back at Governor's Crossing in Sevierville, Tennessee, or soaking up the rich aroma at Almost Havana in Hurricane, West Virginia, every visit is an adventure. From top-tiered cigars to expert recommendations and a laid-back atmosphere, it's the perfect place to relax, connect, and enjoy the craft. If you are looking for bold and unforgettable flavors, escape to the world of Allegory cigars. Kick back with the rich Mexican San Andres Dividend. Enjoy the smooth intrigue of the censored Sumatra, or fire up the bold and flavorful Escape Habano. For more information, you can follow them on Instagram at destination_cigars, or you can explore more by visiting them online at destinationcigarlounge.com, or take a journey to one of their 3 locations in West Virginia and Tennessee. No matter where your cigar journey takes you, every blend is an experience worth savoring. Where the road ends, the perfect smoke begins at Destination Cigar Lounge.
Huge thanks to everybody over at Destination Cigar Lounge. I know 2 of your locations in West Virginia are being hit hard right now with snow. It's hard for a couple of your locations to be able to open up. So our hearts are with you right now. We know you're about to get a lot more snow. So hopefully things will lighten up and everybody can return back to normal here soon. So huge thanks to Destination Cigar Lounge in Beckley and Hurricane, West Virginia, as well as our one here locally. Real quick, make sure everybody's hitting or typing in #RealSmoke for your chance to win 2 $25 gift cards to the Cigar Vault in Oakdale. So do you want to go ahead and introduce our first guest?
Yeah, we can introduce him first, and I'm going to tell a little bit of story kind of tying him into it. But let's bring Frank to the stage.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Frank? All right, so I'm going to tell a little bit of a story here. I promise I'm not going to make it a super long one, but people have been following the podcast a long time. Have probably heard parts of this story, but I want to kind of tie everything together to start where we're going, how we led up to doing this show, and where we're at right now. So I used to brew some beer back in Pennsylvania with our friends Dave, Jeremy, and Dan. Jesus, I had to write it down because I'm freaking out right now. So anyway, we used to brew some beer back up in Pennsylvania, small garage. I don't know. I'm having moments, Charles. He's over there shaking his head. But so anyway, brewed some beer, in the garage, small batch, nothing more than 10 gallons. But it really started showing me the science behind beer and how much you can change something with just little steps. And it was just amazing. And then Dan moved away. I moved away. I came to Memphis. My buddy Jeremy, Dave moved away as well. So like everybody kind of split up and we sold our equipment, whatever. But beer's always been a big part of me and the wife. We travel, we plan vacations around stopping at breweries and picking up beer. And we love that scene and the people we meet along the way. So anyway, so when we moved to Memphis, that was one of the first things we did. We started looking for breweries and we really didn't know a whole lot about the beer scene down here. And about 4 or 5 months into it, we were sitting at Soul and Spirit on a Saturday and a dog ran between the table and the people behind us' table. And my wife and Jen, Randy, who's going to be on here later, but Jen and my wife went to pet the same dog at the same time and almost held hands. And ever since then, we hang out with them every weekend, hitting breweries all over the city of Memphis. And on another random Saturday, ironically, at Soul and Spirit, Frank walks in and Randy says, "Oh shit, Frank's here." And if he would have introduced you as the Black Hammer, maybe I would have known who you were. But at that point, I didn't know who Frank was. Yeah, Charles, that's exactly why I said it, to pique a little interest. So anyway, so I meet Frank, and Frank's like, "You got to try my new beer." I brewed a beer with Ryan at Soul and Spirit. It was called Black Velvet. It was this German chocolate cake stout. And ever since then, and then Frank invited us to join the Memphis Beer Drinkers. And a few weeks later, we're at Memphis Filling Station doing a can bottle share, whatever you call it. I definitely had to take a break before driving home after that one because it was a big day. And that was the day I kind of met the Memphis Beer Drinkers. And it was just such a great crew of people. And ever since then, every beer event in the city, every weekend at breweries, we run into the same people that just enjoy this beer scene down here and tried to help it grow. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey, just getting to know Frank so much better. And I talked to Frank about this, and right away we were like, "Yep, we're doing this." We want to highlight Memphis beer and what this culture in the city is about. So, Frank, what did I miss? Welcome aboard.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And yes, Memphis Beer Drinkers, we're just a group of guys that love the Memphis beer scene. And of course, the Memphis beer scene encompasses our wonderful brewers around the area.
Absolutely.
Myself, I'm some dude that drinks beer, all right? I'm not a brewer. I'm not a distiller. I'm not a cigar guy. I just like to drink beer. I love the taste of it. But the great thing about that is there's a great group of guys in this city that love the same. And we have some great guys on today that will be highlighting Memphis beer in their own vision. Like you mentioned earlier, we met at Soul and Spirits for the Black Velvet collaboration. That was a collaboration between the Memphis Beer Drinkers and Soul and Spirits. Basically, we had a raffle. We had some of our members win the raffle. They came in and they brewed from grinding to cleaning all around. And then we were able to produce the Black Velvet. And Ryan was so nice enough to put our label, our logo on that beer itself. And I know it's one of your favorites, Mick. You haven't stopped talking about it.
I love it.
But that was basically our big first ever tangible event where we were able to get people in, because before that we were just a Facebook community. We were a place where people would look into the community forum, and basically see, okay, what events are happening around the city? Where can I buy this one beer? What store, what brewery's dropping what, right? And then we started getting little bugs in our ears from people about, why don't we do something together, this and that? And then that's when Soul and Spirits came a calling and gave us that little light bulb of, we can probably do that. And then we looked at the Facebook community forum, seeing that we got almost 1,500 people on there. And I thought to myself, let's shoot for the moon and see what we can do. And since then, we've been having great events all around the city. And you'll meet on today's podcast a lot of those guys. Well, really, everyone on this podcast has been involved with one of my events for the Memphis Beer Drinkers. Memphis Filling Station, like you were mentioning, your first event, Mick.
Yep.
Ryan's going to be on. We got Caleb from Flyaway, where we did one of our brewer series there. Memphis Made, Andy's going to be here. And Bosco's, even though we haven't had one yet, our March is coming, and it's at Bosco's. And Tyler's been telling me he has some great ideas for that event. And just to let you know, it's just not me that does all this. Like I said, I'm just one guy. I got some great people helping me with the Memphis Beer Drinkers. I got Andy, who's my vice president. We got Joe, who basically has built our website from the ground up to accompany it with our Facebook. We got Damron, who now helps me run that Facebook because, like I said, I can't do it all on my own. Yeah. We got Aaron, who I call my specialist because he loves to talk about beer. He knows about beer. And when the people are around, boom, he will talk about beer until the cows come home. Ganesh, who's my master of ceremonies. He is like the fly that keeps on buzzing around. So he loves talking to people.
He's unbelievable. Yeah, great people, man. Great people.
Rasha and my wife, Melissa, they round out the group that helps bring events together. And if it wasn't for all those individuals, we wouldn't be where we're at today. And I wouldn't have been able to meet all these wonderful people that you're bringing on real soon. So
like I said to start with, man, like I would not have met most of these people if it wasn't for you and what you're doing in this beer scene down here. And I've formed some pretty close relationships with some of the brewers and the brewery owners, but a lot of this started with meeting Randy and meeting you and kind of bringing this whole thing together, man. So it's so cool that we're doing this, man. It's definitely awesome. I did see one of those questions before we bring all the guests on. Charles, do you still have that question close by that asks if you're, that one right there.
Oh. What's that say there?
I can read it to you, Frank. Says, are any of you planning another collaboration beer with Memphis Beer Drinkers? The Black Velvet collaboration with Soul and Spirit was fantastic. I wish I could get more of that. There is still a little bit left at Soul and Spirit, just saying, because I keep buying it. I probably bought more than anybody in Memphis.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, not you probably, but I've bought a lot of it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I don't know if you guys are planning on doing anything in the future for beer collabs, or can't really talk about it. But
well, when it comes to beer collaborations, it takes two to tango. The Memphis Beer Drinkers group themselves, we are always open for collaborations, and we're always looking for that next step to bring not just our name out there, but bring more people into the Memphis beer scene. And really, that question was probably not for me. It was probably for some of your guests that are coming up a little bit later on.
Well, that question is saved, and we will bring that up again here in a little bit. But Mick, how do you want to start bringing people on? Do you want to throw them all on at once, or do you want to start introducing people one at a time? That's all up to you, my man.
Here's kind of how I envisioned it. I will introduce one person, and Randy, who kind of started it for me in the Memphis beer scene, and then I'll let Frank go around the room and kind of let him introduce him in a connection that they have, because I know these guys, casually, but Frank knows them a little bit more. So I'll let Frank kind of bring them through and, kind of talk what they do for the beer scene in Memphis.
All right. So who do we have up first?
We'll see if Randy has sound. We can bring Randy up if you have it.
Check 1 3.
Holy shit. There he is. What's up, brother?
There he is. What's up, Randy?
How are y'all doing?
So I'll start this off, and I'll let you kind of give your thoughts on the Memphis beer scene, and then I'm going to kind of turn it back over to Frank. But man, I just want to say thanks for everything you've exposed me and Kenda to, man. We've been to more breweries together, and you've become some of our closest friends. And I mean, it's been an awesome journey, and it all revolved around beer, at least to start with. When we first met, we were kind of meeting at breweries and hanging out and doing our thing, and it turned into weekend shuffleboard now pretty much every weekend somewhere, and just having some great beers and kind of chasing that next great beer, and
always kicking the women's ass.
That's right. Well, yeah, most times I don't know if they're listening, but yeah, sometimes they beat us.
Jennifer's right here, but
but no, man, just we appreciate everything, and I kind of want to get your thoughts on it before we jump into this. Jump in there, man.
Well, I mean, I just love the Memphis beer scene. I mean, me and my wife probably go to more breweries than anybody alive in Memphis, and we don't even live in Memphis. We're in Nesbitt, Mississippi, bumfuck out in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, but yeah, we you mentioned how we met Frank and stuff. So we were up at Memphis Filling Station one day, and we had brewed a beer, and we had given it to Brian and Scott to try it out and see what they think. And, they were drinking on it, and they gave Frank some or whatever. And then we were just sitting over there, just kind of drinking. And Frank wanders over there, and he's like, "Hey guys, I tried your beer. It tastes pretty good." And he's like, "Hey, I'm with the Memphis Beer Drinkers." And, he just kind of went into a spiel, and I was like, "Man, I'm sold. That's awesome." So that's how we met Frank. And yeah, but yeah, we seriously, we probably shouldn't be out as much as we are, but we're out a lot.
I know that feeling.
We're the downtowners.
We're not as much out as you, but man, we definitely at least 2 days or sometimes 3 a weekend. We're hanging out with you guys somewhere, chasing that next beer. But no, man, that's great. And before we bring everybody else on, that first bottle share, you remember that one? Whew, both of us were like, shit. Flip a coin, man.
I think I puked. I actually, I think I did puke that night when I got home. I got out of the car and then just projectile vomited. I said, "Yep, no more bourbon barrel for me."
All right, so Frank, let's bring everybody on and just do a quick introduction, and then we'll start going around the room. Like I said, I got a few things I kind of want to hear from everybody, and then we're just going to freelance after that and have fun with it, man.
All right.
Do you want to call them out, or do you want me to just add them on?
Well, why don't we do luck of the draw and throw the first one out, and I'll introduce them. How's that? Oh, look at that. So we got our one-winged wonder right now. This is Brian from the Memphis Filling Station.
You funny.
Yes, I am. Him and I go back long time. First time I met this gentleman was at a beer event at the Pink Palace, or the Mosh, whatever they want to call it these days. And it was the predecessor to the Science of Beers called, was it MS Brewathon or MS?
The MS Brew Movement.
That's it. So this one was probably back in 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
And that's before MFS had a brick and mortar place. They were doing just events. And after that first drink of that beer, I knew I had to chase down each event they were at because I knew they were onto something. And that's Brian, one of the co-owners and 1/3 of the brew team. The other brew team is Scott and Jesse. So
Wow.
I guess I'll let Brian speak a little bit before we go to the next.
Well, thank you, Frank. That's very kind of you. Yeah, that early, the first MS Brew Movement, where Heather and I stood there and poured well over 100 bottles of homebrew. I had no clue what we were doing. We were asked to bring beer, and I was just like, sure, okay. No one's ever tried my beer, but okay. And we just had a blast. But I'll be honest with you, if it weren't for this community, the brewer community in Memphis, we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for Memphis Made reaching out the year before we got started, Drew Barton, Andy, Ashby, both, we talked with them and we began our contract brewing with Memphis Made that first spring, and we did a ghost tap room before they left Cooper Young. Tyler was there. He hung out brewing with us, sometimes just asking what the hell y'all are doing. Why do you do it that way? But it was the learning process, the getting our foot in the door. We started brewing because we wanted to give back to our city, and this was a way I could do it. I enjoyed brewing. I enjoyed working the events. We still do the Science of Beer. We do the Cooper Young Beer Festival. We do a fundraiser for the Bodine School, which comes up at the end of February. It's a fantastic auction for that school. If y'all don't know anything about the Bodine School, they're a fantastic group of people. We do a handful of things that our focus is. We've been given this blessing of a place to be able to do stuff, and so how do we give back? So we do things like with the Endalls, the Bourbon Barrels program, which is a barrel pick program that picks bourbon barrels for the Alzheimer's Association. And then we take those barrels and then we age a beer in that barrel. So our anniversary beer was an OZ Tyler barrel that they had picked. The ginger molasses cookie was a Four Roses barrel that they had picked. And then this next barrel that's coming up, the February, our King of Cakes, that's it's Barrel King out of St. Louis. It's actually a 5-way collaboration with, so you ask about what's the next collaboration, this is it. Got a 5-way collaboration going with Barrel King, Old Dominic, because we did a double barrel blend, the Memphis Whistle, who is providing some of the cinnamon for the King Cake. And then lastly will be the Bourbon Barrels program and us. And so we do what we can to give back to this community because this community is awesome. We love our city and we love the people that we get to hang out with at events and be a part of.
I think that's a big part of why the cigar community and the beer community, the bourbon community, like it's so many great, like, and we're all so much the same, in that whole aspect. And I dabble in all of them, so I guess that's kind of a cool thing. But I just like to extend my friend groups, so I keep all of them happy. But all right, who we got next? Let's we'll come back around, guys. I promise.
All right, let's see. Next up, Andy. All right. So Andy Ashby, Memphis Made Brewing. So Andy is one of those individuals who likes to promote other things than himself. He loves the community, and that's why him and I.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I can't hear you, Frank.
You can't hear? Anyone else can't hear me?
We can hear you.
All right. So
This is where I can start telling stories about Andy, right?
Yeah, there you go. Since he can't hear
Sure
anymore.
can.
Can you hear
Please
everyone
do.
else
I
except
can
me,
hear you,
Andy?
Brian, but I can't hear anybody else, unfortunately.
Andy and I had a great drive up to Missouri to pick up some used kegs one time in a box truck that wouldn't break 60 miles an hour on the interstate.
It had a regulator on it. It would not go over.
No, it was,
I think it was like 5 under the 65, so it's like right at 5 under the speed limit from St. Louis.
Great time.
All right. So, Andy, I'm not sure if you can hear me. I will talk like this. Can you hear me?
I don't know how we get away around that.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't hear you guys. I could hear Brian, but I can't hear anybody else.
Wow.
Well, Brian will relay what I say. How's that?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea. So I'll make this fast.
Okay.
And
I guess we got. Yeah.
Well,
he's gone.
I'm just going to talk real fast about him since he's gone. I'll talk bad and good. How's that?
Let's do this. Let's wait till he comes back. We'll reintroduce him. We'll move on to the next person.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Oh, Shane is here.
I'm here.
Hey, Shane, how you doing?
Doing well. How are y'all?
Doing good. So this is Shane. He's with the Crosstown. So Shane texted me a little earlier. He said he wasn't sure if he's going to make it. He's brewing a brand new brew, nice and fresh right now. He's doing all that work. That snow kind of held him up a little. So, beer for the community always trumps, us, right? No. But Shane, I got to say, him and I, the way we met, it was unique because with the Memphis Beer Drinkers, one of the things that I usually do is I reach out to the breweries to see if they want to do an event with us, have us there, yada, 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 right? Shane is the first one who reached out to me because of what the Memphis Beer Drinkers have been doing and have been basically such a positive influence here on the Memphis beer scene and just Memphis beer in general. So that right there, made me feel kind of good because he was the first one to recognize the hard work that not just me, but all the other Memphis Beer Drinkers, the staff, and the people of the group have been doing. And he said, hey, I would love you guys to come to Crosstown and have an event. I would love to host you guys. I would love to show you around. And he was nice enough to even give us a little sample of a beer prior to the release of it. So it was a wonderful event from Shane himself. So I'll give it to Shane so he can talk a little on whatever he wants to, I guess. Right, guys?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Welcome aboard, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been here at Crosstown for just hit 4 years. 4-year anniversary was about a week ago. I'm started as a taproom server, no experience in brewing. Didn't even know what much about beer at that point. Took over in the back, became the warehouse manager for a little while, and then there was a change in the brewer side, and they asked me if I wanted to join, and I did. And it's been awesome. I love it. I love being involved in the Memphis beer community. I think it's really growing right now, and it's really cool to see that, especially with Memphis Beer Drinkers and what they're doing. So I'm just grateful that y'all had us on, and this is going to be cool.
Yeah, man. We're I know you kind of missed a little bit of it. We're going to bounce around a little bit, and you actually answered one of my questions about how you got into brewing. Was it something you stuck? So yeah, but we'll jump into that a little bit later. We're just kind of getting a brief introduction. You did perfect, and we're going to move on to the next guy, and then we'll start bouncing around and have a little fun.
Sounds good. Awesome.
All right. So our next guy is Tyler from Bosco's. So Tyler, him and I, we met out and about drinking first time. I can't remember if it was Cooper House or MFS, but either way, we're having a good old time. Just started talking, and we started throwing around ideas. And Tyler was one of those that he wanted Memphis Beer Drinkers to come, just like Shane, to his establishment. But there was I don't want to say red tape or a couple other things, but due to fact, there was a couple different layers he had to ask through, because he just can't say yes. He had to make sure other people on board, if you want to call it that. And once he explained what the Memphis Beer Drinkers are all about to the individuals that would also give him the thumbs up, they were on board. And like I said, our next event is in March with Bosco's. And Tyler's been talking about doing something special for that event. I don't know if there's a secret to it or the cat's going to stay in the bag until the event, but that is a story for Tyler to say, not me. So I'm going to hand it over to Tyler. He can speak on whatever he wants. If he wants to talk about March, he can, but if he wants to keep that under wraps, feel free to do that also and keep that mystery alive.
You're muted, bro.
You gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
All right, just one button press away. Yeah, like Frank said, we met at Memphis Filling Station. It's one of my just regular places that I love to go and support. And yes, March 14th, doing a cask ale, which Frank, I am going to keep under wraps. My background with brewing is kind of like Shane's. I did not look into get into the brewing industry. I was working at a dive bar. If you're from Memphis, the P&H Cafe. My now wife started bartending at Memphis Made, and we worked there for years, and it was just kind of the right place at the right time. And I went from cleaning lines to the assistant brewer there and got a job offer at Bosco's because Jake Thomas, my predecessor, he was moving up north and they needed somebody to replace him. And he got in touch with me and we talked over the course of a couple of months and took the position, and here we are. I don't regret it. I love the scene. I love everybody. Unfortunately, I don't go to every single place, but yeah, as collaborations go, there are some in the talks, and hopefully 2026 between other places, everybody, we just get a collaboration going at some point. Doesn't matter when, but I think this year we all come together and do something, because I've been talking to Kevin at Crosstown about meeting up with Shane and them, and ran into him at Science of Beer, and they said that they're getting through their busy season and distribution. Meanwhile, on my side, I have no distribution. I'm a brew pub. It's all in-house. So I'm on their time. Same thing with Filling Station, Crosstown, and Cooper House. But yeah, I just kind of fell into it. Right place, right time. Learned a lot. Probably like Shane, I was green and had no idea how to change a keg or wash a keg. So, here we are.
That's awesome, man. I love hearing stories like that. We, like I said, I did a lot of home brewing. Randy and I even brewed together once. It didn't turn out quite the way I had hoped, but it's always a learning experience, when you're doing it, even small batch stuff, but every scene has its place, and like you said, you don't have distribution to worry about, but man, sometimes that's the coolest thing, because you never know if you're going to get that beer again. You fall in love with that beer. You're like, damn, are they going to make it again? And it's always something that's has that fun kick to it. So, All right, who else we got in the green room?
All right. So my friend Caleb from Flyaway, and I do use the word friend because let's put it this way, brothers. I've been with this guy for years now, from when he was brewing down in Mississippi, seeing him come up to Flyaway, learn under Teddy, and now taking the reins at Flyaway. Been over this gentleman's house for birthday parties. He welcomes me in. We drink together. We have fun together. It's a long drive there, but it's worth it. Caleb, on to you.
Yeah. How's it going, guys? Howdy. I got started brewing down in Mississippi. I was supposed to get married in Washington, D.C., and got canceled because of COVID. My wife's planning the rehearsal dinner, and there's this little Star brewery. We have dinner, our rehearsal dinner there, and the owner's talking about how he needs some assistance. I tell him I've got some time. I start making beer in a crawfish pot underneath the sky. It was crazy times. Now we're making real beer up at Flyway High Cotton, and I love it.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, Randy also introduced us to Flyway, and I think it was right about the time that Flyway came in with High Cotton. It was kind of that crossover time, and but man, we met Teddy, and I know I've seen you there a bunch. Next time I'm in there, man, we need to sit down and have a few beers. But yeah, we met Teddy and hung out with him a bunch, man, and there's so many good beers there, and we enjoy the scene there as well, man. And the food's amazing. It's definitely a good stuff.
Thank you, man. That's great to hear. Yeah, I miss Teddy severely.
Oh yeah, good dude, man.
Yeah, he's the best. Really learned me up. I wouldn't be where I am today without Teddy.
That's awesome. So do we have anybody else in the green room before we start bouncing questions around? Nope. That's it.
I was just about to jump in here and say, since everybody's been introduced, I'm going to let whether Frank or Mick wants to take control of this one. I don't know where we're going. I'm here to sit back, learn, and listen, and make sure that everybody looks the best that they can. So it's a pleasure to meet every one of you. I think there's only a couple of you I've gotten to meet, but maybe the next time I'm in Memphis, Mick will take me around and get to visit everybody's brewery and get to at least meet you guys face to face. So guys, the floor is yours. Mick, Frank, y'all take over. Here we go.
All right. So in order for time, I'm going to throw some questions out there, and that's kind of, I want Frank to do that. I want Randy to do that. The brewers, I kind of want you guys, brewery owners, I want you guys to kind of, what is that? You guys hear that?
So, sorry, that's probably me. I'm sitting outside.
Oh, good. It's all good.
Are you guys also
Memphis,
willing?
So,
Are you guys also willing to take questions from the people in the audience?
Okay.
Guys, if you have any
Absolutely.
questions for any of the people that's on the stage tonight, post them in there. And as we get to a spot to where I can put them in there, I will jump in here and bring in the next question. So here we go.
All right. So I guess primarily, I want to throw some quick questions out there that we're not going too deep in. If you guys have ever, and I know some of you have watched the show, especially Frank, Randy, we like to typically go way back, but we really don't have time with like 7 guests tonight. So we're kind of going to start in the middle, and we're going to say, like, when have you always been a beer lover? And when did that transition happen to where you had the opportunity to become a brewer, or did you study to become a brewer? And I do know the answer kind of because the two of you had kind of already answered that in your little prequel there. But I just kind of need to know, because I always had this love for learning how shit works. Like if I fell in love with a beer, I'm like, I want to fucking make it. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I'm built. Like I want to learn how to make that, or something similar, or something I can make better, or whatever. I just kind of want to see if you guys kind of had that same experience. I'm sure you guys all are beer lovers, but like, when did it come into it that you were like, man, I want to brew some of this shit? I don't care where we start. Jump in, open format. I'm cool.
Well, if no one's going to speak up, I will pick someone. How's that?
I was just going to say the same thing.
I'll jump in, Frank. I can honestly tell y'all from Scott and I do majority of the recipes and the brewing and things like that. He and I both come at it from very different backgrounds. I grew up in body shops with my dad, and somehow managed to never take a chemistry course throughout my entire education. I have no clue how I did this. And then Scott has a background in science and was a middle school science teacher. And we both come at it from education. I look at everything from a very mechanical perspective, and Scott's very scientific. And together, I think the two of us, we come up with some very interesting approaches to the brewing process, as well as flavor and how we approach how beer should be experienced. We're both home brewers, from way back. Scott has been home brewing more than I have. I believe it's 20 years or so, and I've got maybe 12 years under my belt. But we all, our questions have always been, why can't I do it that way? Who told me I can't do it that way, and why can't beer be fun, right? Because if it's not fun, then why are we doing this? If we're not helping to promote each other and getting something out of it as a community, and really enjoying it as a community, then why are we doing it? And honestly, I can tell you, I've got the, not to brag, but I've got the greatest team at MFS that you could ever imagine. Between Jesse and Heather and Scott, wouldn't have it any other way. And so you get good friends together, great ideas, and so some very different backgrounds. And we all bring so much to the table. Can't help but want to share it.
It's funny you say that, man. When I said I brewed with three of my good friends from back home, Jeremy, Dan, Dave, we each brought something different to the table, and I think that's what made it so fun, man. Like, my buddy Dan was like the business side thing, and he's like always thinking like these little technical terms of stuff. My other buddy was an engineer, and then me and my buddy Jeremy were like, let's figure out how to make something cool and throw everything into this thing and make it. And so like between the four of us, like it turned into this cool adventure, where we just figured things out. And it's just amazing. And I'm saying some of our beers, I'd put out there and be like, yeah, we made this, and it was like the coolest thing ever. And I just missed it, man. I still miss it.
We have a beer, the very first beer that we ever brewed. Jesse and I brewed it together back in 2014. And this was, Heather and I kind of started doing some events and things. Sorry, it's 2014. Jesse and I brewed this beer together. His father-in-law had passed. His father-in-law was a medical engineer. He designed like the stents and things. But it was absolutely phenomenal individual. If you ever come into the brewery, the wooden growler that's at the top corner of our walk-in cooler, that was the very last thing that he did before he passed. Was he machined that for us. Just amazing human being. But he passed in a motorcycle accident, just unfortunately. And Jesse and I, we brewed this beer, and we continue to brew the beer. To this day, it's changed slightly, but not a whole lot. And that is our Within Tolerances milk stout. Within Tolerances, named after Larry, who was a machinist. Everything had to be within tolerances. So there's a story behind it all, man.
Absolutely, I love that, man. I never knew the story behind that one, man. That's amazing. Thanks for sharing it. Yeah, we'll go around the room. I guess I need to pick people so we're not just sitting here all looking at each other. So. Sean, jump in. I know you kind of told your story. Shane, Jesus, I can't even read from here.
All right, I'll take over picking people now, Mick. Don't worry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn.
I should have my glasses on. I'm just going to leave now.
So I got kind of a funny-ish story. I was never really into the beer when I was young. I was kind of into straight edge culture, a little nerdy, but got really into hardcore music, and so that was my thing. And then my brother used to joke with me about straight edge till 21, and that's what happened. I was 21 and on a meditation retreat, and some dudes I was hanging out with were like, "You never had beer?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go get you a beer." So we did that, and then that's where my love kind of started. And I tried to work at a lot of breweries. I put in applications everywhere, and it was around COVID, so nobody was hiring. And then about a year after just kind of giving up, I got an email from Clark, who recently passed from across town, and he's like, "Hey man, I got a taproom position for you if you want it. It's a way for you to work your way into the back." And so I jumped on it, did that for about 6 months, started on cannon line, and then within 2 months on cannon line, I was running the warehouse, and 2 months after that, I was brewing. So it was really quick for me here, and I'm having a blast. It's the best job I've ever had. Now, granted, I'm not rich or nothing, but it's rewarding and getting to do something I love. But yeah, man, this is an awesome career. It's the funnest job in the world to get to put out awesome beer and see people drink it and smile, and hopefully they like it. If they don't, then everybody, whatever.
That's what we always say. Like palates, everybody has a different palate and a different taste, and it is what it is. But just knowing that you can put your name on something like that and push a product out, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's the best. Absolutely.
Go ahead, Frank. Introduce somebody or ask a question.
Well, we got 2 left. I'm going to roll the dice. Let's throw Caleb up there.
Remind me what the question is.
I just kind of want to know how you got into brewing. I know you kind of answered that in the prelude, but did you have anything behind that? Like, what was you, kind of into? Were you a beer guy before that, and you were like, man, I'd like to do that, or is it just something that kind of happened?
I was definitely a beer guy before. I had only homebrewed once before I was doing it as a job. But what I love about beer is how many different hats we get to wear any given day. Some of us are fermentation scientists that are really counting yeast cells and all that kind of stuff. Others of us are all about moving liquids from here to there as efficiently as possible with the least amount of valves. It just really takes all kinds to do this. Some days it's 100 degrees and I'm putting beer in a can. Other days I'm sending poetry to our sales girl so she can make a cool label for us. I love it. Really get to do a lot of stuff. It's very fun.
Love it, man. That's so cool. And Tyler.
Yeah. I wasn't really, I drank beer, mainly domestics and a few craft beers, but my work history, I've always been a line cook. Been on the line, short order cook. I made granola for a while. For me, it's all about flavor, putting together any ingredient to make it work, whether you look at about 5 or 6 different recipes or what somebody else did, and you go, okay, there's a few correlations. Let's make that work. But yeah, like I said, I got into it, just started cleaning beer lines for Memphis Made around town. Then I started delivering beer for Memphis Made, which, you can distribute and all that in your own county yourself, which I don't know if you've ever moved 5,000 to 6,000 pounds a day worth of beer for 5 days a week. We all have pretty shitty backs, I could probably venture to say. But when I first got there, I wanted to brew something my own. And Adam Cagle, who was my mentor, along with Drew Barton, they helped me along the way, told me how to brew on their system, 15 barrels. And it's great. I've had family members come into Memphis or buy it in their market and send me pictures of, hey, I'm drinking a beer that you brewed. And then other times it's, hey, I got your beer, my recipe that they're drinking, and that feels good, which drinking my own recipe beer right now that's on at Bosco's, and couldn't ask for more. And yeah, we're not rich people. We're just happy. Little inebriated, but that's how it goes.
I don't talk about my career in here, but I almost think sometimes I'd rather be happy than what I'm doing. So I'll leave it at that. But so I guess Charles has the next question, and then we're going to kind of work backwards and go Randy and Frank for a question, and then we'll kind of wrap it up together with everybody. So let's go.
All right, so we have a couple of questions from the chat. First one is from Smoking Thompsons. He is our brother from New Zealand. He says, what New Zealand beer have you heard of that you want to try? If you've heard of anything from New Zealand, I might post them. I want to drink them. I might just drink them. So have any of you heard of any New Zealand beer that you would like to try? Let us know. Go ahead and let's start talking about it. That's the first question. I got a second one coming up.
Brian's
anything
ready.
From Garage Project. If you seriously, I'll drink it. Garage Project, probably one of my favorite breweries in the world.
Mark sent us beer that we brought to Memphis Filling Station and shared with Brian and Scott. So yes, Mark, Brian has had your beer.
Yes, actually had the first time I ever had it was at it was Firestone Walker's Invitational years and years ago, and they were really our part of our inspiration, because what I learned from Garage Project is if you're going to do an event, you show up to show out. You don't just show up to pour beer. You show up to show out. And every event that we ever every one of the invitationals we went to with them, they were doing something that was just insane. Whether they were layering beers or they were, sticking, hot pokers in beer, whatever. It was just a phenomenal experience. And Scott and I had gone to the Invitational a few times and just experienced what Garage Project was doing. And I'll be honest, every beer that I've ever had from them, send it my way. I send it here. I will drink it lovingly.
Well, I can jump in on this one because I've had some New Zealand beers myself. Traveled down to Australia many years ago. So, of course, had the opportunity to taste beers that I wouldn't have the opportunity to taste here. And the one brewery that always popped in my head afterwards that reminded me of my trip there, 8 Wire, or 8 Wired, I do believe it's called. Had a couple of their stouts, which was phenomenal. And granted, I'm not sure how far their distro is, but that is definitely some that have always lived rent-free in my mind.
Yeah, I know Mark also enjoyed the beers from Memphis as well. We toured him around that day. I think we wore him out, him and his wife, Laura. We started at Memphis Filling Station, and then we proceeded to hit like 5 other places. So, yeah, we tired them out that day. We showed them as much of the beer scene as we could in a like 10-hour window, and yeah, it was a great day. Brian definitely started us off right that day.
All right, so the next one that we have up is for Frank. It says, this is from Hallen with Big Al. He says, how did Frank come up with the brewing a German chocolate stout?
Well, I can say that it wasn't just me. Like I mentioned before, as part of the Memphis Beer Drinkers, we were basically asked by Ryan of Soul and Spirits if we would like to do a collaboration beer with them. And having that great opportunity at that time, the 3 individuals who were running the Facebook site, myself, Andy, who's currently the vice president, and Christopher Mantina, who was the founder of the site. Unfortunately, he's passed away now. We sat down and we started throwing ideas against the wall. And granted, there were some ideas that not even a mad scientist would touch with a 10-foot pole. But we narrowed it down, and then we came up with that German chocolate cake, the Black Velvet, that has been released. And it was a three-way idea between Andy, Chris, and myself. But it wasn't just us. Of course, we spoke with Ryan to see what his idea on that was, and he loved that idea. And then we did that raffle. We got members of the Memphis Beer Drinkers universe to come on down and be a part of that brewing process. Like I said, from opening the bags to cleaning the kettles to everything in between. And that's where the beer came about.
Amazing. All right. So is there any more chat questions?
I have one more, and this is coming. You guys just talked about the Facebook group. So we have Sky's Dad 31 said, to any of the brewers, what are your thoughts on the Memphis Beer Drinkers Facebook group and its impact on the local beer scene? You all
I think
can
it's
jump in
great.
at any time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I think it's amazing to get more people outside of their comfort zone to just come and try new beer, different style of beers. A lot of the other breweries around town have, you know, some are more hoppy or malty or this and that, but it's always good to just get out, try something new. And I know Bosco's has been around for 34 years, 33 years. Yeah, you just get out, try, and the more knowledge, the more that people know that, hey, by the way, this beer was posted, this style of beer, go try it here. And especially with Bosco's, you know, I have 4 year-round beers all the time, and then 4 rotators that they move almost every month is a different beer. And Memphis Filling Station, they do their new beer Thursday release. So it's always nice to go try. And the more information, other than just, you know, going and sitting your happy ass down at the corner of a bar at your favorite brew pub and not getting out anywhere.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that there's people out there who actually are more interested nowadays than it was. And social media does help. And that's what a lot of this is for.
Yeah, I will say that.
Tyler's,
yeah.
Tyler's spot on.
Hey, Tyler, I apologize. Sorry.
Go for it, Randy. Sorry.
I was going to say, Tyler, we were just at Bosco's yesterday, and we tried that old Gaffer. That was awesome.
That's what I'm drinking right now. It is a dark English
really
mild inspired, and I know Brian will get this, but it's a Lord of the Rings inspired name, and my old Gaffer.
We were very impressed. You know, we gave it a good rating on the Untapped. So
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
no problem.
That means a lot because this is my recipe and not a Bosco's recipe.
Amazing.
And I kind of did it and didn't tell anybody about it and said, fuck it, let's do it.
Awesome.
So I'm not as we've been to your place a few times, and I obviously met you at the Science of Beer, and that rye IPA I think it was that you had at the
It was
the event.
a rye pale ale, yes.
Rye pale ale, unbelievable. That was really good. That was one of my top probably 4 or 5 beers of the night. Like, it was unbelievable.
Thank you.
That was a really good beer as well. I really enjoyed that. For some reason, I'm like, this is just hitting, man. It's crisp. It was really good. We all agreed it was really good. Yeah. But no, I was just gonna say too, man, Tyler, you were definitely spot on with that. I think people that don't get out of their wheelhouse and drink there's no other way to put it, drink a fucking Miller Lite every weekend. There's something wrong with you. Like, get out and experience real beer. Like,
Don't let my wife hear you say that because that's what she drinks.
Oh man, you got to get out of there. You got to get it out. But
All right, so Nick, to go with what you're saying, if someone were to tell you that they only smoked one type of cigar and that's the only one they ever touched because that's the one that appeals to them, would you suggest something else to them? Would you have just a plethora of other options for them, depending on what they're doing, right? Hey, this one's got more vanilla in it. This one is a little more leathery. This is a little more rich. This is yeah. So, and that's really for us as brewers and as breweries, one of the things I think that we've all really benefited from, especially from the Memphis Beer Drinkers group. They come in and they have been a huge part of that promotion because not to get, we can go on a tangent about this, but what has happened with the entire marketing and how do you market yourself, how do you promote yourself, how do you get your name out? There's no more advertising in print, there's no more advertising on billboards, there's no more advertising on TV. Those used to be the big ways to do it. How do you do it now? We have to do it in social media. Well, how do you actually get your name out there? Well, you have to have somebody else do it, unless you have unlimited funds, and none of us do.
Yeah.
And so what we need as a community, we need a group who comes in and helps promote us, helps promote Memphis, Memphis brewers, our community, our taste, our flavors, our uniqueness, something different? What do we offer the world that's different than what they can go buy on the shelves at every grocery store? And honestly, the scene here, because we get a lot of people at MFS who come in from out of town. They come in and their first question is, okay, where do we go next? And we got a list for them. We got, what are you in the mood for? What are you ready for? What is it that you like? And we actually saved all the sheets from the June the brewery hop back in June, and we send people around town because you got to try, and we go to different breweries and try the beers because you really got to go try this beer over at Flyway because honestly. It's freaking fantastic. Or you got to head over to Memphis Made and you got to get Fireside, which is a fantastic beer. But hey, also they've got these other two beers that you really also need to try before you head across the street. Our goal downtown, we really do work to push people to other breweries. Once you're done, at MFS. Walk out the back door and head over to Wiseacre and grab a couple of beers because they are fantastic too. We all bring something new and unique and innovative. And honestly, if it weren't for groups like the Memphis Beer Drinkers helping to promote us, helping to push us and to push the other breweries in town, a lot of times we're just kind of sitting in the middle of a deserted island screaming out, "Please come see us!" And
absolutely,
we're thankful for them.
You couldn't have said it any better yourself. But that's like last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, I guess we were out with. We were all snowed in last weekend, but 2 weekends ago, we were out with Big Al and his family, and his wife only drinks liquor. So Al, I know you're listening, buddy, but and I was like, show up, I'll find something she'll drink. And by the end of the day, she had 2 or 3 beers, and she was like, they were pretty good. And I'm like, see, everybody thinks beer tastes like, I don't know, beer, like Miller Lite, like whatever.
Yes.
And I'm like, there are you got sours, you got IPAs, you got dark ales, you got stouts. I mean, you're all over the place, and everybody thinks every beer tastes exactly the same. And you couldn't be more wrong. And just like you said with cigars, it's the exact same thing. If you don't like something super strong, I can find you a Connecticut that's still like medium bodied. That's gonna like be great, So like, there's so many great beers out there that we that's why we love this scene, man. And again, you touched on it with you guys promote each other, which is crazy. I am throwing a lot of Miller Lite hate around. I saw that comment. It's kind of directed at my buddy Jeremy. Anyway, it's a long story. So I think I saw that we have another guest in the green room. Do we? No. Oh, I saw it pop up on the top of the screen.
Pop up.
We do, but they are. We do, but they have their camera turned off, so they're hanging out just in the background. So when they decide to come in, it'll pop up on the screen. So, do you have your next question, or would you like me to give one from the chat?
I was going to let Randy ask a question because he is our local beer drink. We're out every weekend. I know you guys have all seen our ugly mugs in your brewery. But yeah, I was going to see what Randy wanted to. Holy shit, there's Ryan.
Hey, there's Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Sorry,
what's up, brother?
My question was going to be, when is Ryan going to be on the screen?
I'm trying, y'all.
So, would anybody like to introduce Ryan to the screen?
Well, I guess I should, right?
Dude, this is like,
go for it, Frank.
What's that show when they used to wander through the haunted houses and people used to jump out and scare them and they had the camera pointed at their face? This is what this is like.
We can call it the Blair Witch Project, but that'll just get someone in trouble.
Me with my wife, yeah.
Yes. So Ryan here, he is Stolen Spirits. He is the head brewer owner of Stolen Spirits. Like I mentioned earlier, Stolen Spirits is what caused our group to become tangible. Yeah, I know.
Stop it.
He doesn't take compliment well, as you can tell. He's trying to run away, but he has his camera on. But
I'm not running away. I'm here.
Yeah. But our first tangible event, of course, was at Stolen Spirits, which was our beer release, which, as I showed before, our wonderful Black Velvet, which if it wasn't for Soul and Spirits to basically light that fire, show that we can branch out and do something tangible, this Memphis Beer Drinkers would still be just the Facebook forum, which nothing wrong with that because, you know, as we mentioned before, social media does reach a lot of people, but it's also great to have those people come together and enjoy beer together in person. And that started with the Black Velvet release with Soul and Spirits.
Well, thank you. That's far too high a compliment, but what do you want to know? What are we talking about? I'm closing down a bar, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I know you're a little late and you're a little busy, but it's all good, man. I thanks for jumping on. We're just kind of jumping around the room, open forum, man, just kind of explaining the beer scene in Memphis. And I explained earlier that, you know, your brewery was a big part of, you know, how I met Jen and Randy, how I met Frank, and then I met you. And then drunk one day in your bar, I realized that your logo had me and the wife's initials in it, and I have it tattooed on my arm. So yeah, we like your brewery does hold a special spot in my you know, my Memphis beer drinking. You know, it created a lot of connections for me, really, and it was you know, that's why I wanted to have you on at least for a minute, even though you're closing down a bar. But
it's all good.
Yeah, man.
Well, I appreciate y'all. I mean, I'm honored to be here. So, a lot of cool people I see in the in there. I'm looking at everybody. Hey, what's up, y'all? I had people knocking down my brewery door to come in today. So it's
that's usually us
and be back.
That's usually us and Randy and Jen. And yeah, we're Blair's usually like, you fuckers again? What is going on? But
yeah, I was running the bar by myself today, so we had people that still can't get out of their house. So
I know, it's crazy.
So Ryan, everybody on here has had a chance to pretty much introduce themselves and their brewery. Go ahead and let everybody know who you are and your brewery, and tell us a little bit about your brewery.
Oh, wow. What a loaded question. So our brewery makes beer.
Captain Obvious?
I know. I'm Captain Obvious. I'm Ryan. Hey, I'm half of this endeavor here with my wife, and we opened Soul and Spirits in 2021. We have man, I've worked a bunch of other breweries before this, and we, you know, really want to come into the Memphis scene, and honored to be here. So what else do you want to know?
I know that brewery really well. Are you pissing?
Am I what? No.
I know that brewery really well. Are you pissing?
I'm in the dish room.
Dude, it looks exactly like your fucking bathroom. I'm like, is he seriously pissing? That's great.
You want to see the bathroom? We can go.
That's awesome. He's actually going to take us to the bathroom. That's phenomenal.
You either pee in the drain or you lie about peeing in the drain.
Who's peeing in the drain? Gross.
That's my urinal. That's my urinal right there.
Tour podcast. Look at that. Wow. You guys ever been in the women's bathroom?
No.
You want to see the women's bathroom? Whoa.
That's way bigger than ours. That's crazy. All right, so
man, can I brag real quick about just about Ryan?
Hang on. No, go ahead.
Ryan is. I met Ryan when we were doing the Black is Beautiful beer back in August of 2020. It was us. It was Memphis Made. It was Kelvin at Beale Street Brewing. We were all hanging out over at Meddlesome with Ben at the time, and I met Ryan that day. And honestly, one of the most knowledgeable brewers I've ever met, and happy to share that knowledge with us. Very happy to tell me where I was really being dumb, and to set me straight on some things. and to help get us connected with the Tennessee Craft Brewers Guild. And honestly, one of, in my opinion, one of the linchpins of the Memphis brewing community.
Man, that is way too kind. That was a cool project, the Black is Beautiful project.
It was.
That I don't know if you remember, but there were two of them. And I think the party lines were distribution chains. So, but uniquely enough, I got to do both of them because I went over to Wiseacre and did it with the Crosstown, Ghost River, and the High Cotton guys. And it was a great time both times. It was kind of, I don't want to say it was our introduction to the Memphis scene, but it very much felt, like a community then, and we're all working our asses off every day. So it's tough for us all to connect on a regular basis. I get it. It is. It's a grind. But shit, Brian, I respect the hell out of you. I mean, you're are you the most recent brewery that's opened here?
Are we?
I think
yes.
I think so.
Because it's Maroon, and then we were about 6 months after Maroon.
6 months after that, yeah. Wow. Ballsy.
Not sure how I'm supposed to take that.
It's worked out so far, right?
Is that underlying just saying that was a dumbass idea? What were you thinking?
Hell no.
So we're kind of, I'm kind of letting.
Beer.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna jump to Randy. Do you have a question for the brewers or anyone in specific, and then we're gonna go back to the chats for a little bit.
Sure. I was able to conjure up something in my mind right now, but yeah. So what are y'all working on that's gonna be out of this world? It's gonna blow my fucking mind. New beer.
Huh.
I'll jump in.
Specify.
I'm waiting if I start talking that I'm going to get a text from Scott and Heather to tell me to shut the hell up.
I shared something the other day and was kind of told to shut the fuck up, but I'm going to share it anyway.
Let's go.
We're working on a Baltic Porter right now with a little collaboration with French Truck Coffee. So we're excited about that. Should be done. It's got some time to lager, but it should be done for our 8th year anniversary. So we're looking forward to that one.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Nice.
Great, man.
I'm doing a cask ale in February and in March because Bosco's does Firkin Fridays every Friday the 13th. And we've got one in February, March, and November. And doing something special with Frank and the Memphis Beer Drinkers March 14th, the Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. So come on out. Yeah, other than that, just making beer. Got a hazy coming. It's always painful to drop that hops out, but
Oh yeah, do it.
Got it going and trying to do cask, which one of these days, Ryan, I need to come and talk to you about cask ales too.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
I love me a cask beer.
Yeah. So
I can add to we have the 5-way collaboration for our King of Cakes coming out in February, as well as the low gravity King Cake Milk Stout that'll be out all before Mardi Gras, followed by in my opinion, it's an Old Dominic barrel aged. What is it? Scottish ale. Anyway, absolutely phenomenal beer that we tried it at 3 months and we're like, holy crap, this is already done. And as it is aged on heather flower and local honey, it has only gotten better. So we have that coming out at the beginning of March or mid-March. So we've got a few more barrels coming.
Brian's number one goal is to make me puke.
Barrel.
With all the beer. not because it's bad.
12%.
Because it's too high in gravity. You're trying to make me throw up.
No, it is 10%.
That's too much.
No, it's not.
Moderation is key.
You're killing me.
State of Tennessee says 10.1% is perfectly acceptable for
Okay,
beer.
as long as it's not 10.2, we'll be all right.
That's right.
All right. I guess we got one left.
We've got a spring or Hooligan Irish Red is our spring seasonal. It'll be coming out soon. Then after that, we've got a dry hop Pilsner that I'm pretty excited about.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm currently enjoying a River King.
Yeah, the River King.
New Zealand came up earlier. River King has New Zealand hops in it, so if that's something you're interested in, River King's a great option.
Yeah, River King's usually my go-to. The Ales for ALS was also awesome, and
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Your sour series is also great too. So
yeah, Sloosh.
Sloosh is great.
Sloosh is fantastic.
It definitely is. Ryan, you got anything coming out that you want to share with us as he's in the dark?
I guess
There
it's a
he
dark
is.
beer.
Walking out of the bathroom.
No, I can go back to the bathroom if y'all need that tour again.
The acoustics are fantastic.
I think the next, we got our 5th year anniversary beer is in the tank now. It's about to get put into barrels, so it'll get about 9 months in barrels. But I remade, I don't want to say it's our 5th year anniversary beer yet, because I may make something else as well. I don't know. But I made I went back to our rye wine from year 1, and it's going into rye whiskey barrels from Blue Note.
Okay.
Yeah, so they get a bunch of rye barrels, and then they age honey in them, and then they re-age rye whiskey in them. So we're excited to get into those, and I think they're going to go into the barrels next week. So,
hey, I'm also going to give a quick Ryan story. Since he was late, we get to give Ryan stories. No, this is honestly a good story. So we did the Memphis Beer Drinkers thing at Soul and Spirit, and that was another one where I probably had a few too many in the little side room there. And then Ryan gave us a tour, which was phenomenal. And we had a great time back there. And I had to ask him, because I've been down here, at that point, probably a little over 2 years in Memphis. And they have all their stickers from all the labels from the beers on their cooler in the back. And I'm like, man, I've never had green onion. Is it something that doesn't come out that often? Whatever. And it's out right now. It's outstanding. It's probably one of my favorite IPAs from Soul. But yeah, right there you go. Charles has it. He's probably not enjoying it as much as I do. But so I asked Ryan, I said, hey man, when are you coming out with green onion again? He goes, actually, I brewed it a few weeks ago. I didn't like how it came out. I dumped the whole thing. And I'm like, man, that tells you what kind of, a lot of people would have threw it in a can and said, fuck it. You know what I mean? That gives a lot of, that's pretty great that he wasn't happy with it and said, nope, not doing it. So I could give him some props for that, man. Then I was like, yeah, he's not pushing something out that he doesn't put his name on. That's the kind of beer I want to drink. So that's good stuff.
Great.
All right, so back
it's
to
never a fun day to dump beer.
No, dude, I didn't like dumping 10 gallons of beer when I brewed at home, let alone a fucking tank of beer. I cannot imagine how bad that feels. But I got to give props for it. But Charles, you got anything more in the chat, sir? Where are we gonna go from here?
Can I jump
We
in?
do. Okay, go ahead.
Since everyone was able to throw in their upcoming events or whatnot, like we mentioned, Memphis Beer Drinkers, we do have our event in March at Bosco's. But another thing that we've been working on is you go to other cities out there, and they have something they call a brewery passport. And right now we're in the stages of basically creating our own little brewery passport idea for the Memphis beer area. And my next step, of course, is talk to all my friends in the brewing community, which I have a whole bunch sitting here staring at me right now. So get ready for me to sit down and talk with you guys. But we're looking to expand the Memphis Beer Drinkers to that next step with this brewery passport idea to give people routes to go and places to go with a little information. So they have basically, just like other cities, a passport to go try a beer and then possibly sit there for a while and pick people's brains that are working there. So that's probably our biggest thing we're working on right now with the Memphis Beer Drinkers, because you go to other metropolitan cities and you can see the beer community and how it's intertwined with so many other things, and we're trying to do that here with Memphis. So hopefully that gets some leverage and gets taken up out of the gutter and into reality. So that's what we have on our docket going up.
Awesome. So Charles, what are you thinking of that beer? Since Ryan's on with us listening, I need to know what your thoughts are on that beer. Since you're not a beer drinker, you're definitely not an IPA drinker. I need to know your thoughts, and then give us some questions from the chats, man.
Okay, so got about 3 drinks in. I'm not a beer drinker at all. It is very see, I'm looking at this as if I was smoking a cigar. What am I pulling out? So it's it's sugary peach notes. It's very hoppy. There's a slight honey to it. There's like a bread, like a really heavy. My wife just made some bread the other day, so it's got that same bready note that's in there. It's very thick. It's viscous. It's actually not bad at all.
Okay.
Somebody who does not like beer, it's actually very enjoyable. I like the sugary notes. I'm not a sweets person, but it's got like it's a heavy stone fruit peachy kind of flavor to it, and I'm enjoying that a lot. So yeah, I'll end up drinking this one. So I like this one. So whoever made this one, I mean, as a non-beer drinking guy, great job. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to you. That doesn't mean anything to you as a non-beer drinking guy is saying that it's good, but it's I'm enjoying it. And I was so terrified that when it said green onion, I said in the green room, it reminds me of a sour cream and onion bag of chips. And it's like, there's no way in hell I'm drinking this.
Charles, I have a great idea. We should just waterboard you with beer, and then eventually you'll just come to accept it.
See, Mick's got me into sours. So peanut butter jelly sours is
and the stout a little bit.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like if you get immersed into beer, like you're going to end up liking it, because like me and my wife, we used to hate IPAs. We were like, this is disgusting. Why would anybody like this? And so we got we got one of them cards at Flying Saucer to get a plate. And it's literally the whole menu. And we're like, well, fuck, we're not going to get a plate if we don't actually drink this shit. So we just started drinking it. And eventually we're like, man, this is really freaking good. And eventually you become, your palate just develops to that. And you're like, this is actually what I love. Yeah. But yeah. And now my wife has 2 plates. I have 1 plate. I helped her with her second plate, but
that's cheating.
So who was it that made this one?
That's
Ryan.
Ryan up in the left-hand corner there.
All right, so Ryan, hearing me talk about it, how did I do it justice? Am I way off or am I okay?
He wasn't listening.
That makes sense.
He's like, what are we talking about?
He's peeing again.
He was reviewing your beer.
He was in the bathroom again.
Is he muted? What happened?
Yeah, I can't hear him now.
I think we lost him.
Yeah,
he's muted.
I see him.
I see you.
There he is.
He can't hear you.
He's muted. It's not working. All right, so
Wait,
it shows him unmuted, but He may need to jump out and jump back in. That is the screenshot for this show. I'm just saying. Yeah, right there.
I love it.
Charles, there is something I will say about that point to where you're not a beer drinker, as you say, but your reception of the beer that you're drinking and your input matters more than you know, is because people who don't like beer and they like liquor, whiskey, anything, any feedback that you have is always positive. Always.
Oh, thanks.
Right. Because it's always something that we want to push and be like, oh, this person doesn't like it. What do they like when they drink a beer? Whether it's light, whether it's hoppy, whether it's dark, malty, anything.
Yeah.
We love all the feedback that anybody gives us. And my motto is always, not every beer is for every person. Doesn't matter.
See,
you like what you
I
like.
will say about what I will say about this one is, this is, for me, this is the wrong time of year to drink this beer, because it's got such a high, like almost citrus note, that pasture and stuff like that, coming back, grabbing this out of the fridge and it being ice cold and being able to sit back and it being refreshing. And I think this summer that would be amazing.
Yeah, I think I know not everybody was on here when we first started the show, but I was my plan was, before the damn snowstorm happened last weekend, I was going to go around and buy beer from each brewery and send to Charles, one from each place. And yep, I didn't do that. I had to send him what was in my fridge, and here we are. So it did not happen. But at the same time, it's pretty cool to hear his review on an IPA. That dude's palate on cigars and whiskey is just unbelievable.
Mick, I'm a little hurt that one of our beers wasn't in your fridge.
Dude,
I will say this.
I wasn't sharing. I wasn't sharing them.
100%. I would. This is something I would go back to. I would put this in my refrigerator because it's very refreshing. It's something that has a lot of depth and complexion to it, and I enjoy it. So, really quickly, going into some of the chat really quickly, to any of the brewers, Memphis was a huge wrestling city back in the day, and only one brewer has ever named a beer after a wrestler. Has anyone else considered doing something like that?
I got a name if they did.
Yeah, me too.
Frank.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah.
Hey, Black Hammer.
He's got his belts in the background.
He does.
So okay,
there
so
are quite a few of us.
I'm about to say, do we need a story behind this?
There are quite a few of us who watched Memphis wrestling on Saturday mornings with their dad or whatever growing up. And I mean, I remember my dad and I would head over to my great grandfather's house and watch wrestling. Watching Jimmy Hart and Jerry Lawler, and just it was just a phenomenal experience. Part of my childhood. I remember it. But yeah, would we name a beer after? I mean, it's not part of who we are. I mean, we're more focused on the machinist side, and who we are. Get into copyright infringement, things like that. Now, if Jerry Lawler decided to come in and wanted to brew a beer with us, hint. Hey, how about be happy? Or bring them on in. Jim Dundee want to come in? Yeah, on.
I will throw this out there. Sometimes you do use a hammer in doing machine work. I'm just saying.
Oh no, trust me, I've already cornered the market on Black Hammer. So y'all just back the hell off. All right.
Charles is still want to know the Black Hammer story. I think he's muted.
So
if you come into MFS, there is a picture of the Black Hammer hanging on one of our posts. Funny story. We had a group of cadets, I believe, who had come in, and they saw the fire department. We had a patch. We have got different things because we're huge supporters of Memphis Fire Department. And then one of the young cadets looks at the picture and goes, "Wait, is that?" And they looked over and they saw Frank's name on the wall, and they saw Frank, like, "Oh shit." Like, "Oh, we're not gonna rat you out. It's okay." And then of course I text Frank and I'm like, "All right, so guess who's here?" Yeah.
That's how I met Frank, was at Memphis Filling Station, and they were just like, "Oh, by the way, the picture right behind there is the guy that you're talking to right now." And I was like, "Oh, well,
full on.
I'm not going to be a smart ass because he could throw me across the room."
He is in my phone as Black Hammer. When he texts me, it pops up as Black Hammer. Yeah, it's not Frank.
It was me, Kenda, Randy, and Jen sitting at Memphis Filling Station. I think it was after the Cooper Young Beer Festival, half drunk
Lord.
or 3/4, and we kept looking at that. We're like, "Is that?" No, I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't know if it is.
It is.
Maybe it is. Yeah, we went back and forth for like 5 minutes, and finally somebody walked over and we're like, "Is that?" They're like, "Yeah, that's Frank."
That's Frank.
It was phenomenal.
We love you, Frank.
I can say there are 2 places in the Mid-South that have my photo. Well, they have Black Hammer's photo on their wall. One being the Memphis Filling Station, and the other one being the Mississippi Ale House. So there are 2 photos floating around. Doesn't mean there might be more. Who knows? You know, if someone asks for an autograph after 20 years of not being around, I might get one from that guy to you. But you know,
when Mark
will you wear the unitard into the brewery?
Please, for the love.
Well, that was about 50 pounds ago. So
when Mark came over from New Zealand, he asked if he could be suplexed by you, and he also, I believe, said he was either a wrestler or an adult film industry guy. So I wasn't sure, you know. So we were. I love it.
Oh, good Lord.
All right, so
that hurts.
Let's kind of put a bow on what we've done tonight.
I'm about to say we have another question. So
okay.
It says, to Memphis Filling Station, I've been to your brewery a couple of times. Great beer. I had a question about something that I noticed inside. Memphis Filling Station Fire Department patch. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was a gift from Frank and from some of the fellow Memphis Fire Department. They came in. We welcomed the fire department in. I actually have a former student who is also who is a first responder with the fire department. We love our guys and gals over at the fire department, and you always got a place to come hang out with us.
Absolutely. All right, so I think we promised you guys we wouldn't drag this on forever. I could ask you guys 1,000 more questions, but I think we proved to the world how great this fucking beer scene is, and what you guys are all accomplishing, and what the community you guys are building. It's very similar to what Charles and I strive for every week, is to grow our community and just meet new people and have fun along the way. So I guess we like to play a game called Hot Box Questions at the end. Typically, we like to ask like 10 questions to one person who's on here as a guest. If we ask you guys 10 questions, that we're going to be here till 3 a.m. So we're going to I'll let Charles kind of explain how we're going to do this so I don't fuck it up.
I do have one question.
Okay.
Is that what we're talking about right now?
That is a different photo. That is an older photo of the Black
Hammer. The Luscious Locks one is better.
I'm just asking.
But that is Black Hammer in his older incarnation. The one that's
hold
hanging
on,
up.
I'm screenshotting this shit.
The one that's hanging up at the filling station is younger Black Hammer in his early 20s when he first debuted.
I knew Charles was up to something. He's been looking down at his phone way too much. He's so good, man.
He's been too quiet.
He has. Hey, I will. Okay, I was gonna leave this for the clear end, but I'm gonna say this. if anyone ever decides that they want to do a cigar blend stout, we'd love to collab for that as well as because it's okay. Yeah, let us know because Charles and I have talked about this for a while because
I'm all in on that.
There's not a whole lot better than a stout with a cigar. And
I'd love to work with any of these. I'll work any of these guys here. Come on in. We'll do a multi-brewery collab on a cigar stout. We'll find the right barrel. We'll find the right adjuncts. We'll do something. It'll turn out exactly the way
I'm willing to work with everybody on this because I know. Okay,
hey,
so
that
I don't
would
know.
be fun.
So if you guys want to check out one of our previous episodes, it's so great. So we did a show.
Not the same photo that's hanging up.
It just keeps getting better.
I love it.
I love this.
Just the one glove. There you go.
Okay, my whole thought process. All right. Anyway, so
that'll break it.
So Penelope, I don't know if you guys are bourbon people as well, but Penelope did a cigar blend this past year, Chapter 1, cigar sessions. It was two. So it was Sin Coburn, Lee Marsh, Penelope Bourbon. Who am I forgetting? Donnie. They came together to create this blend, and they did not want it to be. They wanted it to be blended. So it would. He's still working over there. Oh, it's so great. But anyway, I have this vision of the same thing for a stout that somebody could sit down and be like, this pairing is the most amazing thing we've ever had. I mean, so I really think we could do that. It'd be something pretty cool that we could push out and, something that you guys could.
We already have the logo for it too.
We do. We've been thinking about this for a while. So if
I mean, honestly,
it'd be amazing.
A pairing with a cigar, you'd want to stay away from anything a smoked ale, smoked stout or anything, only because you end up with kind of contradiction in smoke flavor. One fighting for the other.
It would need to be something that's got coffee, vanilla,
right?
Something like that. It's a little earthy,
rich caramel.
Some baking spices, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't want too much like star anise or clove. Yeah, we absolutely. That's finding the right barrel to put that in that will help mellow it out. There's in the way that you handle the adjuncts going into the barrel. There's a ton of the ways to do this. Like, I hate to say this, but IPAs are not traditionally great beers for cigars. The bitterness from the hops, the citrus doesn't always pair well. And then a Rausch beer, you're fighting for smoke. But you get a
I will say this: you're talking about like an IPA, and I'm taking that the green onion is an IPA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so if you take the citrus notes from this one and the hops, and you pair it with a Maduro that's got earthy tones, a little bit of mineral, and some chocolate notes, like what I'm smoking right now, they pair perfectly with it.
Right. So it really is a question of which hops were used.
Right.
Ryan's still here. If you give away those secrets, when were they put in the boil? How much was used? Things like that. I mean, there's a ton that would influence that pairing. Let's say like a super dank West Coast IPA. In my opinion, Green Onion is not a super dank West Coast IPA. I think it is a phenomenally well balanced IPA.
So when you say something that's
flavor.
dank, when you say something is dank, describe that. Because now I'm nerding out a lot.
Chewing on
Can
hops.
you hear me?
Weed.
Right? Yeah. Have
Hey,
you
Ryan,
ever
we can
driven
hear you
down
live, Yay!
down Summer Avenue with your windows down?
No, I'm on
Just-
North Parkway.
Oh, hell, you're about to pass my
Close
house. Yeah, no, dank, think weed, grassy.
Yeah, I don't get
Yeah.
any of that from this.
Mm-mm.
Okay, first of all,
earthy, rich.
I do. I get a lot of dank.
First of all, thank you for all the compliments on Green Onions. Second, it's a rotating hop series IPA, so it's going to be like different hops all the time. I like to do a pairing of 2 hops. Third, we name every beer after a song from Memphis, so it's not necessarily that it tastes like Green Onions, or that I know it can feel like that, but it's just meant to make you feel like something that's growing, I guess, in a way. Fourth, it's illegal to put nicotine in with alcohol. We have to specifically state that on coffee and cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So are we just looking for flavors like a cigar?
No, we're looking to have a cigar that would pair with a beer, a beer that would pair with a cigar.
So like I was saying,
rich leather.
So like I was saying with this one, I get a lot of like citrus. I get a lot of peach. I get a lot of sweet candy flavors to it. If you take the citrus notes that you get from this one and the bready notes that I get from this one, I get like I said earlier, my wife made some fresh bread over the weekend, and I get a lot of that note from it. So if you take that and pair it with a good darker Habano or a Maduro cigar that is got that mineral note to it, that's got a little bit of chocolate and it's got a little bit of earth, these two, like what I'm smoking right now and what I'm drinking right now, pair perfectly because they complement each other and they're pulling notes from each other. So I enjoy that one. But if you take something that's like more of a stout that's got more of the darker coffee notes or the chocolate notes, and you take it with a cigar that is more of a what we would say like a Pennsylvania broadleaf that's got a lot of that dark chocolate, that's got a lot of that minerally hoppy notes to it, those would pair better. So it'd be more along the lines of coming up with a beer blend that would pair well with a good cigar. First, you have to figure out what kind of cigar you would want, and then backtrack it to what kind of beer that you would want to brew.
Yeah, I think Ryan would agree with me here that when you're putting together a recipe for a beer, you've got countless malts, right? You've got between, your base malts, you're just getting sugar and bready notes out of, but some you're not. Caramel notes, are you using husked or dehusked chocolate caramel? Coffee malts, are you getting acrid bitterness out of it, or are you not? There's so many different, even just starting at the malt side. Then your next step is your hop side. How early are you adding hops? What hops are you adding? And we're talking hundreds of different options here. Of do you want citrus? Do you want earth? Do you want grass? What are you looking for? Spice. And then how long are you boiling? How long are the hops in the boil? How long are you dry hopping? What yeast are you using? There are so many different ways that you can make a beer. And
so just saying, not speaking over like what Mick would want, but looking at somebody I'm coming into it as pure from the cigar side of it. If you got the coffee notes, if you got the chocolate notes, and you got a little bit of the earth, I wouldn't want it to be, heavy earthy notes. But if you got the dark chocolate and the coffee notes, that would pair well. The style of cigar that Mick and I like to smoke, it would go well with it because we smoke a lot of the stuff that is going to be complementary to it, and it should pull out the chocolate earth from the cigar as well as pull in the chocolate and vanilla and the caramel notes from the beer.
One would elevate the other, which is exactly what you're looking for. You're not looking for one to cancel out the other. So it would have to balance. So that's what we're trying to, it'll take a little work, but I think it's doable for sure.
I've got a great hop to use for that. Scott and I have worked with this hop quite often. brings out coconut and oak and just there's so many options out there.
So not I mean, TriStar, our cigar club, Mick, we're looking at October for you guys.
Yeah, I think we're doing later this year, but we're still hoping to have it somewhere downtown.
So whether it's a multi-brewery kind of collab, let's all work together and see. Let's try to nail down when we're going to be in Memphis for this one, and let's see if we can get something set up between all of them, because we're coming back to Memphis Filling Station.
Yeah. So the plan is we're going to come back to Memphis Filling Station, but that's for our TriStar. Charles is the president of TriStar. I'm the vice president. But that being said, Friday night we talked about doing something for the podcast, for the followers around the area, something for the podcast. Yes. So my thought, especially after tonight, we should do a brewery tour with everybody here, and we should 100%. Stop at all of your breweries and spend that little bit of time, maybe do a couple quick lives promoting your breweries, because you guys are part of the Real Smoke family now. That's what we do. And if you guys ever want to promote something, you got that line, But when we do our Western Tennessee Herp this year for TriStar, for our cigar club, we'd love to do something at your brewery. Maybe stop by for a night and just have a few beers, have a pint, and just hang out and actually meet everybody face to face would be amazing. I mean, Randy, Frank, you guys will probably be tagging along for that whole thing because that's what we do. But all of you guys, we'd love to see. We'd love to have you introduce us to something that you want to promote at your brewery.
Let's all kind of work together and try to figure out a good. I don't see in the whiskey world, which is what I grew up in. We call it a blend. Let's figure out a blend that would be a good Real Smoke blend, and try to debut it that weekend and see if we can do something with it.
Yeah,
sounds good to me.
All right,
I love a good cigar and I love a drink.
There we go.
Yeah. Love it.
So, Mick, where do you want to go from here?
So I know we told everybody probably an hour and a half max, and we're probably hitting that. And I know we've kind of bounced around the room a little bit. So let's do a quick hot box question and let everybody close out with what they want to talk about their brewery or where to find them, and we'll move on.
All right, guys. So how we're going to do this is me and Mick and I are going to pick two questions. Mick's going to pick two. I'm going to pick two, and it's going to be a round robin kind of deal. I'm going to pop your picture up on the screen there, and just give whatever thought that you have about what's going on, whether you want to have fun with it and go into depth, or you just want to say one word. It does not matter. But we do need to go into this one and say our hotbox questions are brought to you by Beard Apothecary.
What's up, Real Smoke fam? John here from Beard Apothecary. I'm sitting here on my drum set, my happy place, and trying to get my chops back. It's been a minute. Reflecting. I was about to break into an Iron Maiden song. But no, I digress. We are really thankful for everything that the guys did for us in 2025, man. It was a great partnership. Couldn't have been happier with, being a sponsor for the show. We're really looking forward to 2026 and some of the things that we're going to be doing. We've got a really cool limited release coming out for Valentine's Day. And then we'll have the long-awaited return of the Irish Goodbye coming out for St. Patrick's Day, with more to follow after that. We're really going to focus on the company, growing the company this year, growing it with you guys, and it's been just wonderful. We're really looking forward to 2026. And as always, like, follow, and share for the fellas. Don't let the beard look weird. Stay metal.
So I'm going to put this out there. I do see a lot of our, I heard that you guys use the word brother. In the cigar industry, we use the word brother and sister so strong because we are so connected as brothers and sisters of the leaf. So some of you guys out here, some of our brothers in the beer industry, I see you got some lovely, lovely beards going on. I have a couple of beard products left over from Beard Apothecary. If you guys will reach out to Mick and give me your mailing name, address, and phone number, I will send you, whether it's a beard oil or a beard butter, whatever I have left in stock for you guys to try.
I promise.
Beard Apothecary is 100% natural. It is all made in-house. the guy that you saw in there, he's the face behind Beard Apothecary, but his wife makes everything and bottles everything herself. It's all homemade. It's all natural. So if you guys will send Mick your information, I've got enough to send everybody something in here. I will make sure that I mail it out next week to you guys. Just get him your information. So Mick, as always, you have the first question. This is a round robin, so ask your question. I will put everybody up on the screen as we go through it.
All right. Just because I'm interested, if you could drink one style of beer the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, good God. You had to go straight to me. One style of beer the rest of my life. It'd be a stout. I could drink a stout, and there are so many different ways of doing stouts, whether they're barrel aged or not, pastry or whatnot. It'd be a stout because I could drink a stout whether it's. I mean, hell, we released a Rocky Road pastry stout in the middle of July that we put a scoop of ice cream in. I'll drink a stout whether it's 100 degrees or it's 0. So.
Cool.
To piggyback on Brian, that's about
Frank.
right. The stout is the way to go if it's only one beer you can have. Hell, if you look at items behind me, we got these wonderful stouts from Soul & Spirits. And I also had this one I've been enjoying. It's another wonderful Memphis brewery, Wiseacre, the astronaut status. And just like Brian said, there's so many different variances of a stout that you can have out there. It's limited, I got to say,
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Shane.
I hate to be the guy, but I'm going to go stout as well. It's I've been sipping on a few of them this show, and I'm feeling it right now. I love stouts. Guinness is probably my favorite beer. You can drink that any time of year, and it's no problem. But yeah, it's for sure.
Love it.
All right, so Randy.
I mean, I like a lot of different beers, but it always comes back to New England style IPAs. I mean, there's just so much flavor, so many different. Yeah, there you go. That's beautiful, Mick. But yeah, there's just so many different ways. So many different hop flavors. I don't know. I just love them.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Tyler.
I would choose an ESB.
Okay.
The bitter, I like a bitter. It's different from pale ale and IPAs. I love a bitter. I'm drinking my dark English mild right now. I love a stout. I love a Pilsner, but if I had a choice, it would be an ESB because I fell in love with High Cotton's ESB years and years ago. And Caleb, I believe y'all just brought it back.
It's back.
It's delicious, and I love how they did a no frills thing of just ESB. Yeah, that would be my choice.
Nice. All right, so Caleb.
The beer drinker in me is saying stout. It's just such a diverse style. You can do a lot with it. The brewer in me would say a Pilsner. When I'm at work, I want something light that I can drink 3 of and still get home. Give me something light, sessionable when I'm at the brewery.
That's cool.
All right, so my question, I guess I got 2. So my question is this. You guys seem like a tight-knit community, a lot like the cigar industry, a lot like the whiskey and bourbon industry. So if you look at the brewery that you currently are a part of or work with, and you put that aside, and you look at all the other ones in the Memphis area, what is something from another brewery that you would jump onto first over something over than what you make?
Who's going to the screen first?
Oh, damn. Everybody's looking hard on this.
I was going to say, it's like, that's a long question.
Charles goes deep. That's not what she said.
I go deep. Yeah. Yes, you did. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to say Caleb.
What beer at one of the spots would I like to be making is the question?
No. So other than what you make, if you had to pick something from anywhere else in Memphis that you would jump onto first, what would it be?
To drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then I'm doing the crappy answer, and it's Wiseacre's Rice Lager is so freaking good. I could polish off 12 of those in one sitting. They are so yummy.
Okay.
All right. So let's go over here. Let's go, Brian.
Oh,
We're all feeling that same.
this is hard. Hey, no, this is not an easy question. All right. Depends. Meddlesom's Bad Jeans. I think it's a fantastic German pils. Wiseacre's the Schwarzbier. I love a good Schwarzbier. There was a dark saison at Cooper House Project that good God, that was an amazing beer. I mean, honestly, it's like trying to pick your favorite child, right? We don't have one, right? It's yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I really, and then the problem with this is every time one of these guys walks into the brewery, they walk in with a can and say, "Here, you got to try this." And I'm like, "Holy crap, this is better than the last one you brought me." And I really like. I don't know. What would I continue drinking? Just whatever the next one is.
Nice.
Right.
Good answer. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. So, Frank.
Well, I guess I'm unique because I'm not a brewer. I don't have a place. I'm just some dude who drinks beer. So here's my 2 cents on this. As I mentioned earlier, if I had one beer to drink, the rest of my life would be a stout. However, I'm going to throw this in here. If I had an easygoing beer that I would just drink, it'd be Tiny Bomb from Wiseacre. But I also have a very big sweet tooth. You ask my wife, you ask anyone, if ice cream's involved, I am eating the whole damn thing. So the Sloosh from Flyaway and the sauce from Soul and Spirits, they really hit my sweet tooth where it's needed.
Nice. All right, Shane.
Oh yeah. I'll go with the Scottish Ale from High Cotton Flyaway. I think that's one of my favorites. And anytime they, come to us to borrow ingredients, I'm like, send a little bit of that my way and I'll be happy. So that's
love it.
All right. So another kind of unique one, Randy. You're not involved with a certain brewery, but what would be that one that you would go to?
So I gravitate to anything that's just experimental. Like if you're gonna actually go outside of the box and try something new that's like nothing anybody else is doing, I'm gonna try it. I mean, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna try it. I might not like it, but I will try it.
All right. So Tyler.
I have 2, and
we'll allow it.
It might be a proximity issue with me, but the Dark Czech from Cooper House Project.
Love that.
And they had a Huel Pils on for a while, and that Huel Pilsner was absolutely delicious. But this is coming from somebody who drinks Cooper's Banquet almost regularly. It was the first beer I stole from my dad at 14. But yeah, the Dark Czech Lager at Cooper House is absolutely delicious.
Fantastic.
All right. So, I mean, that's my go-to beer. I'm a redneck beer. Coors Banquet. That's it. All right.
I mean, what can you do? It's easy enough.
Let me tell you how cool this is. And
I'm just saying, Mick, you've got the next one. What
I'm
is
ready.
Out of all these guys on here?
Yeah.
What would be that beer that you would go to?
Oh shit! You're asking me that question?
Oh yeah. Got to put you on the spot.
You better answer it right. What do we do?
I should have been preparing that whole damn time. I had like fucking 10 minutes there and I didn't do anything. I thought I was asking another question. Come on, man. This is partially my podcast. I'm an IPA guy at heart, man. And honestly, everybody on this stage has had an IPA I care about. Like I mean, I've had great IPAs with Brian. I've had great IPAs from Tyler. I've had great IPAs Flyaway, and even Crosstown. I had, what was the one that? Okay, so the zombie was the sour, right? But I always forget the damn name of it. Thank you. Yeah, great beer, man. So like the hazy IPAs are my thing as well. If I had to pick one, though, I mean, honestly, I might be drinking it right now. Like this year, at least, the Green Onion was fucking phenomenal. Like it was unbelievable. I think there's so many great IPAs out there, but that Green Onion I keep going back to. But yeah, there you go.
Just saying, I'll buy a case. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, there's so many great IPAs in Memphis right now, man. When we first moved down here, I didn't think there was that many here, and we've found all of them. Thanks to Randy a lot. Right, Randy and Jen have taken us all around the city, and you know what?
You're welcome, bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Man, I had a question going into this. Oh, no, I had a statement, actually. I had a statement before I move on to my second question. It's so fucking cool that every one of you guys mentioned somebody that wasn't even on this podcast tonight as your favorite, your go-to beer. Like, you guys, there's no ego here. You know, I mean, you guys are just love good beer, and you want to keep creating great beer. Like, that's so fucking cool. It's just amazing to me. That's why I love this community. What's on the screen? Nothing good? Okay. Not really a beer drinker. Probably get laughed at.
So Wigwag Workshop says, not really a beer drinker, and I know I'll probably get a laugh at, but what do you drink? But when do I drink a beer I'll grab at a Labatt's Blue or Moosehead?
Hey, how about that?
Moosehead, watch out. Okay.
Take it back to the hoose and enjoy.
Look, I mean, my beer tonight was a spotted cow from McLaren.
Oh,
I mean,
lovely.
Yes, great beer.
Yeah, it's a fantastic beer.
Amazing beer.
Beer doesn't have, you don't have to look at a beer and say, "Oh, it's a bad beer," or listen. Bud Light's a good beer, whether we like it or not. Bud Light is the best version of Bud Light it could be. It's a great beer, right? If it wasn't good, they wouldn't sell that many of them, right? But it's just certain people's taste. When people walk into our establishments and they say, "I don't like beer," 9 times out of 10, it's because they don't like what they have been told was beer, right? And beer in the traditional mindset is this light American lager. It's it's rice forward. It's sulfury. It's bitter. Is that what you like? No, a lot of people don't. So when people tell you they don't like beer, hell, Scott, Heather, my wife, everybody who works down at MFS is going to tell you, we get a lot of people in who say, "I'm not a beer drinker." What would you recommend? All right, so we did the Cavatappi, which was our Italian grape ale made with Pinot Noir grapes. The wine lovers loved it; they were all over it. Our Rosé Saison, which is in the tank now. Raspberry.
That's what keep you all separate from everybody. That's amazing.
But all you have to do is you don't look at beer as it has to be in one certain way. Beer can be fun, right? We look at beer as beer could be a base. Just like I don't have to be a whiskey bar to serve mixed drinks. I don't have to be just a brewery and only serve pints of beer. What did we just release today? But a PB&J, it's our sour turned into a raspberry jelly sour mixed with our peanut butter milk stout, and it's a PB&J drink. You know what? Would the traditional beer drinkers look at us and go, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yep.
It's supposed to be fun. Why else are you drinking it? Why else are you out with your friends? Why else are we hanging out? Are we out just to go, "Ooh, this beer is..." No, none of us are doing that. Now, we might, make fun of each other for something, but that's just how we have fun. But no, beer is fun. Community is fun. Let's bring the fun back.
Brian, just at our TriStar Herf Crew event at Memphis Filling Station last year, I bet you there were 8 to 10 people that I got to try a beer. I'm like, what do you like? Do you like sweet? Do you like not like bitter? Do you like whatever? Like, and I found a beer for every single person that day that they were like, I could actually drink this. And I'm like, that's what we do. It's a fun community. That's what it needs to be.
Exactly. Let's have fun with it.
Absolutely.
Somebody just posted our graph, right? Because, all right, so legally in the state of Tennessee, breweries, we're not allowed to make cider because cider is considered, it has to do with where you get your alcohol sugar from. And if you get your majority of your alcohol sugar from fruit, then it's a wine or cider. Grain is beer. So for us, we do what's called a graph, which is 51% beer, 49% cider. It was actually invented by Stephen King for the Gunslinger series. He introduced it in I believe it was the 3rd book. It was a fantastic series if you haven't read it yet. Love that book. And we have a blast with it. This last one we did was our bog rake, which was a blend of cranberry, apple, and pear cider. The pears came from Brian over at the brew tours or the beer bus. He came in and brought in bags of pears that Scott took home and juiced, and God bless Scott for doing that. And then we added it and created this graph. It's a fantastic beer. It's fun. Let's have fun with it. Let's go being snobby. Leave that to the wine bars.
Hell yeah. Love it. All right, so my second question. No, you're good, bro. My second question, and I'm gonna get a little
kicking in.
Okay. I'm gonna get a little deep with this one, but it doesn't have to be a long answer. But if you could have a beer with any person, dead or alive, who would it be or why? And why?
Oh.
Who's he throwing up first?
All right, let's go, Tyler.
Okay. I've shared beers with my dad and plenty of cousins and friends, but I think it would be my great grandfather that I never met that immigrated from Ireland over to Chicago. That would be the one. I don't think I could keep up with him. But my great grandfather would definitely be the person that I would want to sit around and have a drink with. That's on my dad's side, because my grandfather was a gin guy. But yeah, I would love to sit around and drink a true pint of Irish ale with my great grandfather and hear his stories of his whole life of everything from Buckingham Palace to Ireland to coming over to Chicago and running his own horse and buggy. And yeah, there's a whole style that could go with it, but that would be him. Just a pint. It'd be good.
Love it.
Nice. All right, so Caleb.
Yeah, mine would also be my grandfather. He passed a few years ago before I was really got started doing all this. It'd be very great to get to hand him a beer that I put in a can and design the label for, and just all the hard work that goes into what we do, and get to share that with him.
Man.
Cheers.
Brian?
All right, I have two. One I talked about earlier would be Larry, Jesse's father-in-law. I would love to sit down and drink a pint with intolerances with the man for whom the beer was named, just to see if we lived up to it, right? And the other would be my former roommate, my good friend Mikey. We were roommates in college, and introduced me to my wife. Mikey came out of the closet at a time when it wasn't popular to do so. It wasn't easy. And Mikey passed in September of 2000. And honestly, but just love to share a beer with the guy and tell him thank you.
All right. That's awesome. So let's go to Frank.
Well, I got two people. Gonna be my mom and dad. They both have passed now. My mom, she passed in 2020. My dad, a couple years ago. We're from Northeast Ohio. My mom loved Labatt Blue. My dad, not a beer drinker so much. He was a Crown Royal guy. But I would have loved to cracked open the Black Velvet with them to let them at least enjoy something that I had a little bit of input in. You know, like I said, I'm just some beer. I'm some beer drinker. I'm not a brewer. I don't know much about the science behind it, but I know what I like. And I was just happy to have just a little bit of ability and input on that one. And yeah, those are the two that I wouldn't mind sitting down once again with.
Very nice. Shane?
I'll go a little more beer nerd here. And I think ever since I got into beer, I've been like a Treehouse fanatic. So I think sitting down with Nathan, the founder of Treehouse, would be pretty cool. And then, you know, somebody like Mitch Steele would be, you know, pretty awesome to sit down and have a beer with. He wrote the book on IPA, so that'd be cool just to pick his brain a little bit.
So cool you mentioned Treehouse, man. One of my good buddies lives about an hour from the closest Treehouse. I know there's like 7 of them now in Massachusetts, but he still don't tell the Postal Service or UPS, but he sends me beer every once in a while. And, but we're getting canceled tomorrow. But no, it's amazing beer. Like Treehouse, I shouldn't do this, but I compare almost every IPA I drink to Treehouse.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, Trillium's close, but Treehouse is just the mecca of fucking beer. And I finally had the chance to visit last October, and we went to the original location, and it was okay. Not the original; that was in a little barn outside of. But anyway, we just an amazing adventure, man. And every beer they put out is just something special. So anyway, sorry.
All right, Randy.
All right, so I would probably say like my favorite author is Richard Matheson, and if you don't know Richard Matheson, he was like one of the main writers for the Twilight Zone in the early years, and of course he made some big, huge movies, wrote some big books that ended up being movies, basically. But I don't know, he's just got a great mind, and yeah, that's who I would want to drink with.
All right, so last one.
I've said it the same thing as before. Like I said this before when we talked about who we'd have a cigar with, and I know it's kind of stereotypical, but and I know a few of you guys said it. My grandfather, for sure. I was very young when my grandfather passed. My grandfather actually shared some of the same profession that I do currently. It's a long story, off the air thing. I'll talk to you guys all in person. Don't talk about my career much on here, but my grandfather was such an amazing human, and I'd like to. And if I had a second choice, my dad is still alive. He's in terrible health. He's 91. He used to smoke cigars. I've also never had a cigar with him. I have had a beer with him though, so I couldn't use that one. But cigar wise, it would be my dad, and beer wise, it would be my grandfather for sure.
Nice. All right, so my final question to everybody on here, and this can go with whether it's in the beer industry or it's in your personal life. What is the hardest lesson so far that you've had to learn? And we can start with Randy.
Well, shit.
There you go.
I mean, that's pretty open-ended, man. I mean, the hardest lesson I've had to learn. Hardest lesson I've had to learn.
Is Mick saying Kenda every 5 minutes?
Man,
Trying to buy you a little time there, bro.
I don't know if I've learned this shit yet.
He's still waiting. We'll let him.
Man.
We'll let him think about it, and I'll go to the next person.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good
Okay, I'm the
Right.
next person. Shit. Well, lesson learned, huh? Well, one of the big things that with my time on this planet is not everything's going to go your way. You're going to find some adversity, but as long as you push through it and learn from it, you'll do good. Along with that, I go by this little motto, and I've said it when I've coached my daughter's soccer team. I've told the kids, I'm also part of the Arlington Community Theater. I'm the vice president of that, so I do have my docket pretty full. But we have youngsters learning theater and stuff, and I tell them this. I go, just remember, have fun. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, not everything's going to go your way, but have fun. Because, you know something? If I wanted things to go my way all the time, I'll jump back to what I said earlier. My mom and dad still be here because they both died very young. But you know something? I just got to keep on going ahead and enjoying what I have.
Absolutely.
All right, Brian.
Son of a bitch. All right. One of my absolute favorite Disney movies, which I mean, this will kind of throw people off. This is a deep cut. Is Meet the Robinsons. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely fantastic. And the lesson out of that is keep moving forward. And kind of to piggyback on Frank and I'm sure others, sometimes it just sucks. Yeah, dry January is rough on our businesses. Yes, the cold weather and shutting down is rough. We lose a lot of money, and things get tough, and you start to really get down, and you start to things are but we're going to keep moving forward because we have a great vision. We have a great community that we're in. Great group of guys and gals who absolutely love us and love this community, and we're all focused in the kind of the same direction. And we will all keep moving forward, and we will all be a better version of who we are in the end of this.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Well said.
That's
man.
nice.
Well said.
All right, Caleb.
I get to follow that.
Oh yeah.
I would too, bro.
I had to learn you can't do everything yourself. My wife went through breast cancer last year. We also have a 2-year-old. I didn't miss a single chemo appointment because I have such an amazing beer crew I work with. Thanks to Teddy and Sarah and Tucker, anytime I needed to be away last year, I was able to do so. Also, members of the Memphis Beer Drinkers brought us casseroles and really helped me when I needed it. So, yeah, I'm really lucky to have such an amazing community around us that really did a lot for my family over the last year.
Bravo, man. Bravo.
Okay, so I have to ask, how is she doing now?
Cancer free as of December 26th. No more appointments, no more anything. We're as good to go as you can be.
Amazing,
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, so Tyler.
I guess I will piggyback off of everybody else, but my wife or domestic partner, Starla, I would not be here without her in any means at all. I had no drive or ambition 10 years ago. I am now a very proud dad to our son, who is now 13. I've been around him almost 10 years, and being a stepdad trumps everything that I could ever do.
Bonus dad. Don't ever say the word step. Bonus dad.
Thank you for that. That is the best thing that I've ever done in my life, and that's what keeps me going. And I couldn't ask for anything better. She has pushed me so far. She has taught me to control myself, and that's all I have to say. Without her, I would not be here talking to y'all one bit. I would be some dipshit working at a restaurant.
I will say 100% agree with you, because the day that I got married, I had a 6-month-old, a 5-year-old, and a 9-year-old. That is the best bonus children I've ever had. In my family, we don't use the word step. I am the bonus dad. So keep that in there. Don't ever use the word step.
I will keep that in mind. And I don't use it lightly. It's just, I guess, a technicality. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's about 5'3" now at 13. So
wow.
Now we're dealing with a 13-year-old.
I said it at my buddy's wedding. He also married and had like an auto family, 2 kids, and then I said at his wedding, I was his best man at his wedding. I said any man can become a father, but it takes a real man to step up and become a dad. And I said that to Charles. I'm saying that to you now, man. Like it's not something I've done, but the guys that step into that role and actually play a father figure, a dad figure on a daily basis, and you choose to be there. Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So.
All right, Shane.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'll go with more of a jokey one. The hardest lesson I ever learned was probably to double check your valves. Within my first week of brewing, I made the mistake of leaving my HLT valves open when I was transferring, and half my beer went to the hot liquor tank. So that didn't go well. Other than that, I would say, I worked a long time for, just trying to make good money, and did a job that I hated. And when I came here, it really taught me that doing something that you love is way more valuable than money. And I'm blessed to be where I'm at now. And I love this job and hope to be here for a long time.
Awesome. So I will put this out there, and this will be a round robin just really quickly. But the last question is a bonus question. Why is Guinness only good in Ireland?
I'm not sure that's true.
Do you want the technical answer, or do you want what we think? Because there are different recipes, there are different there's that. But I'll be honest, sitting in a pub in Dublin and drinking either a pint of Guinness or a pint of Smithwick's Red, and eating because the first time I ever went to Ireland, I get off the plane and walk into a pub, and I walked in, and this guy, his name was Michael, and I was like, and he goes, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, I'd like a pint of Guinness and something to eat. And he said, "All right." He goes, "We don't have any food, but I'll make you a sandwich." And so I shit you not, this guy goes back in the back, grabs some bread, grabs some ham, and makes himself and me and my wife a sandwich, and we sit around and drink Guinness. I have no joke. I have jet lagged. I've been off the plane for maybe 2 hours, and really, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like it. Exactly, and that is a beer I'll never have again. My first Guinness in Dublin,
Nice.
but it is actually why we ended up brewing our Pog Mahon where we did, because I was like, I seriously, I gotta have something that relives that experience. It might not be that beer, but I need the experience. And that's how we came up with that Josh Stapleton over at Bernoulli Brew Works. He and I built the recipe for Pog Mahon years ago. And that's how we came up with it. We both had just come back from Ireland. We're like, I need that experience. Not necessarily the beer, but I need the experience. And I think that's it. You can't have the experience elsewhere.
Before we end things tonight, I have two things. One, I hate the guy that has this one is not on here because it's the first one that I've ever finished. It's gone. So I enjoyed it. Two, this was something that somebody said before, and it was for Brian. It was talking about the Memphis, the hat that you have on. So I'm a big hat guy. So any of you guys who have breweries that you have a hat, reach out to Mick. I will have Mick go ahead and purchase that hat, and I will reimburse him. I'm a huge hat person, as in like hundreds of hats. And I will say that with one of our guys on here that said something about it in the past, he said, I wish I would have picked up a hat from them. I wish I would have done that night.
Mark.
That was, yeah, it was one of the things that I wish I would have done that night. But if any of you guys have a hat from your brewery, reach out to Mick. Let me know. I would love to buy one just so I can support on here. Holy
Sorry,
hell,
that was, I'm sitting outside. That was somebody driving down the street.
I live in a 112-year-old house in Midtown. I wasn't sure if, the house ghost showed up. That was a little.
I can't smoke inside the house and have a podcast going. I got to sit out on the porch.
Well, my last thing is make sure that you guys, all of you guys who are interested in the Beard Apothecary stuff, make sure you hit up Mick so I can get you some stuff out there.
Yeah, I think Tyler might have missed that earlier. I think he got another beer, but if you have a nice beard or you need some Beard Apothecary stuff, send me your info and we'll send you some stuff. But,
fantastic. And also Bosco's has a whole website to where you can get all their merch, order it, pick it up, but you have to come into the brewery.
I'm close by.
I'm a little bit of like 7.5 hours away. I'll send Mick.
I got you.
There you go. He can just ship it to you. It'll be all right.
Before we let you guys go, I mean, I want to say.
I was about to say, Mick, I'm going to let you put the bow on it.
Man,
so it's all you.
I moved to Memphis for my job. I never expected to meet a great friend in Randy. And I mean, honestly, Brian, Scott, and Scott have become like family too. Like we've hung out. The rest of you guys, I know you, and obviously Frank too. We've hung out quite a bit. But like the brewers, I want to know more about what you guys do. I mean, I love your beer. I love what you guys are doing. But I actually want to sit down with you, in person and have a beer and hang out because that's what we do. We're out every weekend. We enjoy the beer. We enjoy the scene in Memphis. So you guys have made this feel like home for me. This city has grown on me tremendously. I love what the Memphis Beer Drinkers are doing. I also love what the brewers are doing here in Memphis. You guys are keeping things creative and having fun with stuff. And man, we're excited. I know Charles isn't much of a beer guy, but he's like, I don't know what to expect tonight, but I knew what to expect. This is family. This is what you guys do. This is what we do. And man, I couldn't be more excited to share this with our followers. I hope it comes across like I expected it to. I think it did, man. Like you guys just put out what you love and your passion for this industry. And man, city of Memphis, 901, man, you guys are building this shit one day at a time and one beer at a time. And I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you guys made me feel like family. So I greatly appreciate it.
I don't know who has a brewery and who does not on here yet still, but I do want to go. And guys, if you do have a brewery and you would like to plug it, I want everybody to know on here where they can find you online, where they can learn more about you and all that stuff. So if I click to you and you're like, yeah, that's not me, but you have a social that you want to go ahead and put out there, go ahead and do that one. So I am going to go ahead and go to Tyler first. Tyler, if you've got anything that you want people to know about what you do and where they can find you, please put it out there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm the head brewer at Bosco's. There's no one else. It's just me. We are located in Midtown Memphis, Overton Square. It was the first brew pub in Tennessee, and I believe just the end of 1992, to where Chuck Skypeck and Jerry Feinstein and Senator Steve Cohen changed laws to have you can produce beer and sell it on premises as a restaurant first brew pub. So 1992, we're still going. We have gone down from a few places. There was Little Rock, Nashville. The first one was opened in Germantown, Tennessee. And now we have the one location in Overton Square. You have all the options to whether you want full-fledged bar, you want a beer, you want a full menu from the restaurant, wood fire oven with pizzas, salmon, everything. We have a beer police membership to where it gets you a free tasting of the new beer that's on, numerous other aspects. And we have a mug club that you can join every year. You get your own mug every single year, and it's been going on for years. And I've been to storage, and there's just mass amounts of old storage. But yeah, come to Bosco's, get you a pint, get you a pizza, anything you want. If I'm there, come talk to me. But yeah, beer police, mug club party, everything.
Nice.
Love it. Oh yeah.
All right, so Brian.
Every time.
He always seems too surprised.
I know. I'm like, can I just not be? No. I'm Brian Beretta. I'm with MFS Brewing. You can find us on social media. Now, I don't know why they told the Gen X guy to handle all social media. That was really not a smart idea, but they did. And so you get a lot of really inappropriate shit. But we are downtown, a snowball's throw from the downtown Wiseacre, at least this week. At G. Patterson and BB King. We are small batch, 7-barrel, 3-barrel. We don't do much at all. And we typically pour out pretty quickly, as at least that's our hope. We are community focused. But we're also, I mean, everyone who's working the bar is either an owner or related to the owner, or has somehow been conned by the owner to work at the bar. Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah, my wife. God bless her.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's we hope to be exactly what the best of Memphis beer should be, right? We want to be the place where the Memphis brewers they come in to laugh and get away and hang out. We love it when we see Caleb and Tyler and the rest of the guys. We love it when everybody comes by and hangs out, because we don't get Scott and I do not get to get away much, and so getting to see you guys come by and share beers and have fun, that's what it should be. We really do want this community to be fun and focused on how can we make it better. What can we do? Yeah, I know the beer industry has changed. The taste have changed. The focused on fruit forward flavored seltzers, things like that. Yeah, that's great. That's fine. I have nothing against it. But let's see what we can do as an industry to keep moving forward, to keep being the best of who we are and being the best of what we can do for this city and this community.
Nice. All right, so Caleb.
I'm Caleb Tanner. I'm the head brewer at Flyway Memphis. We are located in the Edge District, right down the street from Sun Studio. We are a brew pub. We package our own beer. We have a restaurant. We got 20 taps on the wall. You'll find crowd pleasers like Mexican lager or sloosh, which we mix with ice cream. There's something for everybody. The food is killer. Come in, grab a bite. There's definitely something for you somewhere.
Nice. I'm interested in the ice cream. All right. Shane.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm Shane. I'm from Crosstown Brewing Company. We're located at 1264 Concourse, right next to the Crosstown Concourse building. We always have a pretty good draft list of some, different styles, and we're hoping to expand that a little bit more. And we have a kitchen now that opened up about a year ago. So you can come in and get a burger, pizza, just have a good time. Hopefully play some games. We have trivia every Tuesday, which usually gets a pretty good crowd. So that's a fun time. And then you can stare in the window at me and my piano brewing, but a good time.
Oh yeah.
This should be fun. Randy.
Well, I have absolutely nothing to sell you, but go out and support these breweries. I love every one of these breweries that have been on tonight. Like me and my wife frequent most of them, and the other ones we've been in several times. Every one of these breweries, we've at least been there once this month. So, just go out and support these breweries. We love them. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
Hey, make Jen make an appearance. Make Jen make an appearance. You got to have her on camera. Hi,
There
Jen.
she is.
I've been drinking.
Sorry, Jen, I missed you.
We all have.
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
Brian.
So we started the podcast off with one person, so we're going to end it with the same. Frank.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Come
my
on,
friend.
tip your hat.
Come on, we love the hammer.
Show us that. Never mind.
Wait, no.
There's nothing left.
No,
There's nothing left.
he'll do it.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Anyway, there it is. Oh yes.
Oh, good
Nice.
Lord.
So I'm not part of a brewery, as everyone knows by now. I am an ass kicker, as you know.
Oh, that's amazing.
I am the president of the Memphis Beer Drinkers. Along with that, I'm also the vice president of the Arlington Community Theater. So I do two different things. But one thing I do want to bring up is Memphis beer. Not just about the brothers I have sitting here that came on, along with Ryan, who made a cameo, and unfortunately Andy had technical problems. We do have other breweries out there in Memphis, which I don't want to think they're slighted or anything, but I asked the individuals who invited me into their house for events. Not to say that I won't do events at the other places like Meddlesome or Hampline, Cooper House, or the up-and-coming one, Void, who doesn't have a place yet, but their beer is very good. And once they build theirs out in, I do believe it's Mississippi they're looking at, they'll be within the Memphis metro area. So with that being said, with the Memphis Beer Drinkers, we do have some socials for everyone to look at. The MemphisBeerDrinkers.net, the Facebook, of course, which started it all. We are on YouTube, which is Memphis Beer Drinkers -Hammer Hour. And we do have some videos up there with beer, and some of my old wrestling videos are up there too. So if anyone swings there, they can see the good old Black Hammer wrestling. So
I may have just shared a picture. Charles is working over there. Hang on a second.
He's still working, huh? But I also want to say thank you for my crew. Ganesh, Rasha, Melissa, Aaron, Joe, Damron.
Amazing people.
Andy. Without those individuals backing me up, yep, that is the one that is up in the brewery. If it wasn't for those guys backing me up and helping me, I would be a lot balder than I am now, because I am not like that anymore. You keep this up, and we might have to do another whole freaking podcast just about that shit.
We could.
Frank, don't sell yourself short, man. You are that man. You're still that man.
Yeah, just older and 50 pounds heavier.
I sent that to him like 2 minutes ago. It's amazing. I love it. No, I'm again going to say thank you to you guys, and we'll wrap it up here and let you guys go. I know it's been a little longer than we expected, but man, it was an amazing episode. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we highlighted how fucking amazing the brewery scene is here in Memphis, and I really hope some people are like, man, damn, we need to go to Memphis and check out the beer scene, because Randy, Jen, Kenda, and I, we're out every weekend trying to support you guys, trying to support small business and, you know, an industry we love. And I know you guys are out there kicking ass, trying to come up with new things and great beer that we all enjoy, and just keep building this community. And that's what we do. And like I said earlier, man, we keep trying to grow our community. You guys are part of that now, Black Hammer included. And we all just try to keep building that community, man. And I appreciate everything that you guys put forth and contribute to the 901. So thank you.
So I just want to say thanks for everybody jumping on here. It's been absolutely fantastic. I got to learn a lot. I got to try something I haven't tried before and got to hear some good stories. I do look forward to when I go back over west and visit Mick, that he gets to bring me around and get to meet. I want to try what you guys put out, but I want to meet you all more than I want to try what you guys put out. Seeing you guys on here is awesome, but meeting you guys face to face, shaking hands, and actually being able to sit down behind a table or behind a bar and being able to experience what you guys actually put your love, passion, and conviction into, I'm all into that. So thank you guys for jumping on here. Anybody who's listening, whether you are listening on here because you are watching because you're a beer person or you're a cigar person, we do have a couple of things left on here. We do have a cigar review to do, but we do have some cigar gift cards to give away. So if you're not a cigar person, but you're looking into trying cigars, if you win, reach out to Mick or I, and we can actually try to steer you towards some cigars to try. And it's going to be free if you win the thing. So guys, thank you so much for jumping on here. Mick, close them out. And thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Again, thank you guys. We'll let you go here, but I'm looking forward to a couple of you I don't know as well as others, but I want to sit down with you guys and actually hang out and share a pint and actually catch up. And as always, we want to promote you guys, and we love what you do. And last little thing, I know we talked about it earlier, but when the Western TriStar Herf Crew comes, I want to come around to every brewery. We're going to do that on Friday night. Saturday night's going to be our cigar event, probably at Memphis Filling Station, as long as they'll have us. I know we had a great time last year.
Anytime, guys.
Yeah. So that's the plan. But Friday night is going to be all about hopping the breweries and actually hanging out with you guys and enjoying what you guys are putting out. So let's get that plan. So thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
See you. Cheers.
Always good to see y'all.
Cheers.
There's so many people to remove. Wow. Oh my gosh. And just like that, episode 63 is in the books. And I will say again, as somebody who's not a beer person, I enjoyed the hell out of this episode.
Yeah.
So I will say that again, I hate that the guy, I don't remember his name. Sorry. But
Ryan,
the beer that I was absolutely terrified to try, I got to drink it and I killed the can. So absolutely loved it. So I will say this is something that's in my sights for something I want to buy a few of. So I wouldn't have tried it if you wouldn't have given it to me. Wouldn't have tried it if it wouldn't been for this, because if I would have saw this, I'd been like, hell no, I'm not drinking anything that tastes like green onions. No, dude. But all the guys that were on here tonight, if you think about it, if you look at all the different cigar people that we've had on here, the different rollers, the factory owners, there's nothing different than these guys from them.
Nope. It's what I expected.
We've talked to master distillers, we've talked to brand owners, we've talked to master rollers, and when we talk to these guys, there's nothing different.
No,
it's the same industry, just
passion.
a different product.
It's the same passion too, and they just care about building the community. It's the exact same thing, and I knew it was going to go well. We again went over our time like we always do, but man, the stories were unbelievable. It was great. So.
I mean, I'm just saying, you listen to these guys sit back and talk about what they enjoy. And it's not 100% like they're all about, hey, I did this, I got this. It's, hey, have you tried what this person was doing?
Yeah, they're promoting each other every step of the way. It's unbelievable.
So I absolutely enjoy that, and I'm not bullshitting you when I say that when we come into Memphis this year,
you got to come in Friday.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm in there Friday because I want to go visit these guys. I want to shake their hands. I mean, even if I have two or three drinks, even if I have 2 or 3 drinks of whatever beer they're having and don't actually, because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
As long as I can sit there and shake their hand and talk to them and experience something that they put passion in, I don't care if I don't necessarily like it, but I'm going to enjoy the experience. And that's what we say it all the time.
Community.
We don't smoke cigars, we experience and we enjoy cigars.
Absolutely.
I don't want to go over there and drink a beer with them. I want to experience and enjoy what they have to put out there. So
I saw your ears perk up when he said about the ice cream beers. The Sloosh is all brewed with ice cream. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I want that.
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's so good.
It's a low alcohol smoothie sour. It's more sweet than sour, but it's unbelievable. Every one they put out has just been ridiculous.
So if you take a good creamy ice cream and put a sour with it, that is such the juxtaposition that would be so good together. So I want to try that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So guys, if you're listening on here, we do have a cigar review to do. If you are a beer person and you are listening to this one, listen to the cigar review. It has a lot to deal with. I mean, I literally just reviewed a beer that I've never had before, and I didn't realize I was reviewing it until Mick said he just reviewed your beer.
It was perfect.
So
perfect.
We do have that one, and we do have prizes to give away. We have 2 $25 gift cards to the Cigar Vault. If you are one of our beer people that are listening and you've never had a cigar, once again, if you win, you have to be live to win. But if you win and you have no idea what to pick out, reach out to one of us, reach out to Mick, and we will put you through something to get and try out. So the first one we have is some cigar review. So are you ready for your review?
I am. Is that brought to us by somebody or no?
Nah, it's not brought to us by. Oh,
right,
it
cool.
is. It is. Cigar Review is brought to you by Cigar Army.
Tonight's Cigar Review is proudly sponsored by Cigar Army. The Cigar Army is a community brought together by their shared love of cigars, but bonded by something much deeper, their mission to give back to those in need. Through Operation Give Back, they honor the courage and dedication of our military and first responders, both active and retired. Their bravery and selflessness make the freedoms we enjoy possible, including this very moment to sit here, share a cigar, and connect with our Real Smoke audience. Every puff carries a story. Every draw is a tribute to their sacrifices. This isn't just about cigars, it's about gratitude, about compassion, and about giving back to the heroes who shaped our lives. Join them in the mission to make a difference, one cigar at a time. Check them out on Instagram at Cigar Army 3 or search Cigar Army on Facebook. Together, we can turn our passion into purpose.
All right. Thank you, Cigar Army, for everything that you do for us. And we hope we can return it back for you guys. So, Mick.
Yes, sir.
We smoked. What's hard, I had so many people in the TriStar Herf ask about the cigar that we were smoking because I ended up reviewing it on the Herf. You ended up having to work, and they're like, where can I get the cigar? And it's like, right now you really can't, but this year you will be. And what's hard to say is every time we smoke something from this group, we love it. So let's find out if we actually like this one this time.
If this cigar shows up at your local lounge, buy it. Like any of their cigars, any of them, just buy them. But yeah, just saying. It's only January and this thing's making a run. So, all right, aroma from the body, I got hay and barnyard. Aroma from the foot, I got straight manure. Like this is the first one I could say was like straight out of the fucking barn. Like it was unbelievable. Bready notes also came from the foot. Taste from the cold draw, I got light cocoa, a nuttiness, a woodsiness. First third notes, I got chocolate, mild earth, black pepper, baking spices, primarily cinnamon, but it was baking spices. I got woodsy notes. It was oaky. I would say it was an oak note to it. I got hints of orange here and there. Retro was black pepper and toast. Second, third notes was dark chocolate, coffee, black pepper. I was still getting the baking spices, but it was more nutmeg now than it was cinnamon. It was still oaky. Retro was black pepper, toast, woodsy. Final third notes, I got espresso with cream, black pepper, dark chocolate, still the woodsy notes. The final eighth of it, I got like little hints of mint, which was super weird. But like the final eighth, I got like these little hints of mint. Retro, black pepper, coffee, bready. Pre-light experience, 18 out of 20. Beautiful cigar, double band, absolutely gorgeous. The cigar itself, perfect wrapper on it, unbelievable. Flavor enjoyment, 14 out of 15. I enjoyed every note on this thing. Like it transitioned almost every third, enough to where it kept me super interested, and it was really good. Construction characteristics, 28 out of 30. A little wavy at times, but never a touch-up. Like it was stacking dimes the entire way. The ash held over halfway. Smoke production, final thoughts, I gave it a 33 out of 35. I'd absolutely buy a fucking box. I'd probably buy two. 93.
Wow, 93. All right, so let's go in for mine. Aroma off the body, manure, smoky tobacco, fig Newton bar. Aroma off the foot, fig Newton bar, sweet tobacco, a little bit of molasses. Taste off the cold draw, earthy, bready, a little bit of plum. On the light, oak, black pepper, slight fruit note into the first third. Notes up front are earth, slight woody, followed by a sourdough bread and a tart fruit note. The retro is a slight pepper, cocoa powder, followed by a slight salty mineral finish, is a sweet tart note. Draw is excellent. Burn is razor sharp. Ash is tight and clean. Smoke is thick and chewy, medium in strength. Into the second, notes up front, I get coffee, smoky oak, slight meaty. The retro is coffee, earth, white pepper, cedar, and dark chocolate. The finish is long and slightly tart and tangy. The draw is still great. Burn is flawless. Ash is thick and clean and holds throughout each third. Strength is about a medium plus. Into the final third, notes up front are oak mineral, dark chocolate, and a savory note. The retro is black pepper, coffee, and oak. The burn and ash is fantastic. Draw is good. And the finish is long and gives you a charred meat and slight coffee, mediums plus in strength. Pre-light experience, I will 100% say if you look at the cigar is with the bands, the foot band, and just the cigar, it is a gorgeous freaking cigar. I love what they're doing. 19 out of 20. Flavor enjoyment, 14 out of 15. Construction characteristics. If you put this cigar in just construction with any cigar that we had last year, as well as the couple of cigars that we had this year, it is the best constructed cigar that we've smoked. It has to be up there. 29 out of 30. Smoke production and final thoughts, 31 out of 35. Would I buy a box? You said you would buy two. Yeah, 100%. I want to stock my humidor with these cigars.
Unbelievable.
We've had their the Ometepe, we've had their red, and we've had their blue. I want every one of them in my humidor right now. Medium plus in strength, I gave it a 93. So Real Smoke Podcast gives the Northern Cigar Company El Brujo Blue 93 from Mick, 93 from me, averages out straight up 93.
Is that 3 weeks in a row? Is that 3 weeks in a row?
That's going to be 2 or 3 weeks in a row that we have nailed the exact same thing. And the funny thing is, we smoke ours differently, and since
different times.
Different times. And since you've been smoking yours early, it's been really cool to be able to get the score from you the night before And like you said, you said last night, I said, you finally finished your final review. You was like, yeah. I was like, what was your score? He's like, send me yours. I was like, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. So I literally, I was in the house. I was already in the bed. I got up, ran out here to the barrel house, which is completely 18 degrees, snapped a fucking photo and ran back in and sent it to him. And he's like, holy shit, we got the same score because it's that freaking good.
I went to the Abbey last night and smoked mine because I'm a pussy and it was cold out. And but they have great beer now and a lot of great cigars. But I bought a few cigars, but I smoked the El Brujo because I needed to review it. And I'm sitting there trying to have a conversation with some dude we just met and hanging out with the wife, but I could not get away from thinking about how great this cigar was. And I was reviewing it, writing everything down, writing all my notes. And after I texted Charles, I'm like, are you shitting me? That's like 2 or 3 weeks in a row that we hit the same score. Yeah. So we're in sync right now. And it was unbelievable. There's never going to be anything fake about what we do in a review. It's always what we feel. And if you like it, great. If you don't, great. Northern Cigar is legit. And when they hit the United States, like in all the humidors, you got to find some of these cigars. They're
100%. I mean, I will be fighting with everybody else trying to make sure that I have them for my humidor.
Yeah.
There's really not too many brands. I mean, we can say over the last couple of years, we have really been fans of a couple of cigar brands.
Yeah.
This is one that I will say that I will fight tooth and nail for.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
before we'll give you a couple of seconds to go ahead and make sure you type in #RealSmoke to win tonight's prizes. Before we do that one, great episode. Have some of the new spots to hit up next time I'm in Memphis.
Hit me up, man. I'll show you around.
Let's see. Hallow and Big Al says, be sure to let me know. I'm a few minutes away from Memphis. I tend to get a little mouthy, so lots of fun.
Hey, I drank beer tonight, so keep this going for a minute. I'll be right back.
Yep. So Smoking Thompson says, agree, Charles. The beers weren't all for me, but I love the passion of Brian. Yeah. Josephus says, do the YouTube things. Guys, we would love it. We are so close to hitting 500 on YouTube, and we are even closer to hitting our goal for 1,600 or 6,000, sorry, on Instagram. So please help us out. Go do those things. Joseph says, I'm pulling for Rochelle Palmer, yeah, whatever that is, to win. 100%. Smoking Psalm says, let's go Wigwag. There we go. Joseph says, wow. 93 is huge. Yeah, Mark, if you remember, last year, our winning cigar was a 94 or 95. 93 for us is huge. We don't give that one away too often. Anything over a 92 is really hard for us because we do not do that too often. So 93 Northern Cigars, very, very good score. Smoking Psalms also says, desperate for a Northern cigar, brother. As soon as you get back in the States, we will hook you up with some. Josephus says, I had some Belladama this week. They're pretty dang tasty. I got some of the Church of Tobacco on the way. Been a good week. I enjoy Belladama. Ever since they went with the new factory and they've got the new blends out, Belladama was a good cigar beforehand. Belladama cigars have become a great cigar now. So awesome. Last, hey, they're Smoking Psalms. All right. Sorry about that. So make sure you got in #RealSmoke. Let's see. Let's go over to here.
Right.
Share screen. Going to go to that one. There it is. Mick, do you want to give everybody the lowdown on the Cigar Vault rules?
Yes, sir. So this is the last show of January. So if you've already won in January, you cannot win again this month. That would be Frank, Rob the Cigar Czar, 7 Walking Sticks, Mum Rather Living, Uncle Mitch, and Get Your Ends Up. So if that is your name, you are not eligible for the Cigar Vault tonight. We will pick we usually pick a random number. So the first one, let's pick 3. The second one, let's pick 4. So if you're the third person drawn tonight, you'll be the winner, as long as I didn't already mention your name. The second drawing will be the 4th. And again, if we didn't call your name tonight, you'll be good. But yeah, we try to spread the love every month. So
nice.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
So we're doing number 3 and number 4. So the first $25 gift card to Cigar Vault Oakdale is going to be winner number 3. So let's go ahead and do this one. As you guys can see, I've got exclude winners from multiple drawings. I do have it say Real Smoke, and I do have it for this one. So the first person excluded will be... Remember, you do have to be live to win, so make sure you type in that you are here. Josephus is number 1. Sorry about that, brother. Let's draw again. Number 2. Number 2 winner is going to be... Sorry about that. Cigars with Angel. Number 3. This is going to be your winner unless your name has already been picked this week. We do have a couple of new names. Look at there.
We do.
It is Robert.
It's a new winner.
Robert O. Fonsa.
I don't know what that says.
So,
yeah. Are you here?
Robert Safaka 5235. Are you here, Robert Safaka 5235?
I think it's
Please
Roberto
type in
Fonseca.
Okay, whatever. Roberto Fonseca 5235. Are you here? Please type in you are here. You have 30 mixed seconds to do that. If you don't reply in the next 30 mixed seconds, sorry, we will have to spin again.
Man, we love new winners. Please still be here.
Mr. Roberto. My name is Roberto.
It sounds fancy. I like it.
He is fancy.
He's not here, is he?
Uh-oh. Well, what's sad is 1.5 minutes ago, he actually replied with a fire emoji.
And now he's not here.
We got an, oh man, we do have a, Roberto is from Northern. Oh my goodness. All right, Mick, you want to give the,
right, 5,
the countdown?
4, 3, 2. Spin that
Wait.
wheel.
He says, what? A palate.
But is he from Nicaragua? Is that what we're saying? He's from Northern?
Is he from Northern?
That might be tough.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we can get it to you. He is
I don't
here.
think we can either. If he was in the United States, we could, but I don't think. Yeah. Are we spinning again?
We will put it on there. If you are in the US, let us know. If you are in Nicaragua, we can't get that to you because they won't let it send it to you. So yes, it's Roberto. He's one of the owners of okay. Yeah, we know Roberto. Sorry, Roberto. Oh my goodness. Sorry, brother. All right, so let's spin one more time. Who we got? This is going to be your winner. Hopefully. Roberto's on here. Roberto, what do you think about the score? You got a 93. Are you? Oh, it is Josephus.
Josephus is on here.
So, JoJo Power Ranger, yeah, Josephus is on here. So go ahead and put his name down for Josephus wins.
I already wrote it
So
down.
we are going to spin 4 more times, and that's going to be our big one. So I just got to ask Roberto. I know he's on here. Please let us know what you thought about the review because you were on here stalking us. We love it. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and spin 4 more times. Here we go.
Congrats, Josephus.
How did we not realize that was him?
I don't know.
Crazy. Yeah.
I don't know.
Josephus wins. Not really. So spin number 2. You know, we had a lot of the beer people that did not enter. Just saying.
That's crazy.
Rochelle Palma, number 3. We'll see if we can get her to win again. Unless she's in Nicaragua. Watch her be in Nicaragua.
She's probably in Nicaragua.
Yep. And here is our winner. Who is it going to be? Oh my goodness. So, Rochelle, by you putting on there JA, which lets me know that you're probably in one of our South American countries. Are you from Nicaragua? Because I got a really close friend of mine. Every time he puts ha 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 ha, it's all JA instead of HA. So, girl, are you in Nicaragua? Please tell me you're not.
No answer. We got ghosted, bro.
Did we get ghosted? All right. Mick's got about 15 seconds left in him. That's what she said.
That is what she said. I say spin it.
Spin it. Rochelle. Oh, my goodness. Girl. All right. Here we go. One more time. Here we go. Indiana hologram. Oh, wow.
Is that a new one?
Saw that in Brent Hagen. Is Brent one of our winners already?
No, Brent won Haze Gray. He did not.
Oh,
win this
wow.
month.
So, Brent, are you still here? Brent, be here. Be here, Brent. Brent? Wait, Rochelle says yes, but she's a little late. Don't know if she's saying yes.
She's in Nicaragua.
Yeah, she's in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Brent,
Brent's
come
not
on. Are you not here?
I already wrote it down, dude. What?
Brent.
Brent always
Rochelle says she is part of Northern Cigar Girl. So thank you for jumping on here and hanging out and all that stuff. We absolutely love it. Let us know. I mean, we got two of you on here from Northern. Let us know what you thought about the review. Please let us know that. Brent says, I'm not in Nicaragua.
Okay.
So Brent says he wins.
Cool. I like it. I already wrote it down. So thanks for not letting me down, Brent.
Awesome. Thank you, Brent. Yes. Wig Whack Workshop. Brent is here. We know. Brent says, I'm here. We know. We already got you down. So again, we got Roberto and we have Rochelle on here. Guys, let us know what you thought about the review. We would love to hear that. We will actually send you guys all the images for the review if you want to post them. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can.
We'll tag you in.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So the last thing that we have on here is, by the way, when we did the cigar review, did we say that was by Cigar Army?
We did, but we missed Brooders somewhere.
We haven't prizes. Okay. So all of our prizes tonight was sponsored by Brooder Cigars. So let's go ahead and say hi to them, which should technically be the voiceover for Cigar Army. I'm just saying. Let us know what you think.
Listen up, Perf heads. If your cutter feels like a toy and your gear's got no soul, it's time to level up. Brooder Cigar Accessories. 100% American made. Veteran owned, built like a tank, passed down like a rifle. This ain't mass-produced junk. It's the heirloom collection. Precision built with grade 5 titanium, magnetic steel blades, magnetic action, and inlays so clean they'll make your humidor blush. Check out the Heirloom Ambassador, a semi-custom raw titanium anodized finished cutter with exotic woods like Purple Heart and Bolivian rosewood. Or the Heirloom Elite, a fully customizable cutter with Cerakote, abalone, two-tone layouts, every detail dialed in. Each piece is serialized, built with pride, made to outlive you. So if you're tired of plastic cutters and flimsy lighters, go check out Brooders. Hit their website. Get something that matches your smoke game. Brooders, where legacy meets grit.
So Josephus did ask. He said, I want that cigar now. Does Cigar Vault have them? I don't think that really anybody has them just yet. They're about to make their way into the States. So
Blackworks Blackworks in Arkansas has them currently. I don't know what they have of them, but they do carry that line. But there's only 1 or 2 places in the United States that has it.
So Rochelle says, we are so glad guys. It means a lot to us to see our cigar on your episode. We put a lot of effort. All of your effort 100% shows
Paid
through.
off. Yeah.
The cigars are freaking fantastic. Barbaretta says, see everyone at MFS Brewing this weekend. Pick up your bottles of the Salted Caramel Imperial Porter this weekend and get ready for the King of Cakes in a few weeks. That's a new name. Please do us a favor. Subscribe to the podcast. We would appreciate it. And Josephus says, dang it. So, are you ready for some Meanwhile in Memphis?
Let's do it. Let's get this.
Let's close this thing out.
Do it.
Meanwhile in Memphis is brought to you by Haze Gray Cigar.
Savor every moment with Haze Gray Cigar. Each blend is crafted for bold flavor, veteran-inspired character, and premium construction. From smooth and approachable to rich and complex in flavor, Haze Gray delivers a cigar for every palate. Now available our new release, Irmaus du Mar. Order Haze Gray Cigars online at Fat Boys Cigars and from Wolfpack Cigar Club and the Cigar Vault, Oakdale. Visit our website for a list of nationwide retail lounges and to grab some cool Haze Gray merch to rep our brand. As always, we've got your sticks.
Meanwhile in Memphis, it's happening again. Meanwhile in Memphis, the sky turns wild. Stray gators and pools running free and wild. Some guys wearing mud boots with a suit on trial. Meanwhile in Memphis, let's stay here a while.
Seems fitting tonight, don't it? The song's just
it does.
Perfect. It's perfect. All right, so I got 2 quick stories, and then I actually have one from Pennsylvania, from my hometown, that I had to throw in there tonight. So, man sleeping, shot through his bedroom window in Orange Mound, police say. Memphis, Tennessee. A man is expected to recover after bullets flew through his bedroom window and struck him while sleeping early Thursday morning in Orange Mound. According to Memphis police, the shooting was reported just after 3 a.m. as the home on Douglas Avenue off Airways Boulevard. He was taken to the hospital, but his injuries were not life-threatening, police say. Shelby County Commissioner posted about the shooting on Facebook. She said it happened down the street from her home, adding that she woke up to so many loud gunshots. The man who was shot told Fox 13 that he was not involved in any fights before the shooting took place, so he does not know what the hell could have happened or who may have pulled the trigger. That's it. He wasn't involved in any fights that day. That's it. Yeah, I don't know.
Listen, if this would have been yesterday, I could understand. But I didn't fight anybody today, so I don't know why nobody shot.
Yeah, not today. I don't know what happened.
No,
it's crazy.
I did not assault anybody today. It wasn't me.
Orange Mound, man. Orange Mound. I'm like, nope, not turning on that exit. I'll go to the next one. We'll be good.
Yep. I'll take the long way home. Just saying.
Yeah, every time. All right, so I don't know. I didn't even proofread this one. I thought the title sounded good. 4 arrested after shooting in Memphis leads to a chase and car crash in South Haven. Memphis, Tennessee. 4 people are now in custody after National Guardsmen said they saw suspects conducting a drive-by shooting at a home with 12 people inside, including children, before leading Memphis police officers on a chase to South Haven and crashing. This girl, 18, is charged with 12 counts of criminal attempt, facilitating second-degree murder, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon.
18?
18. This guy is charged with 12 counts, of criminal attempt, facilitating second-degree murder, reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon and a motor vehicle, and use of a firearm in the...
Dang.
Nail, that didn't print right. So anyway, there was 4 people involved. So what happened was they got in a fight with somebody earlier that day because of a fender bender. They followed the guy home, so they knew where he lived. They went and picked up 3 friends. They fired an automatic weapon into the house. Close to 100 rounds. National Guardsmen saw it. They chased them and followed them until the police picked up at Memphis. 18
In Memphis, 18 is a girl that's the mother of 5 kids.
Frank, that's beautiful. They end up crashing a car. They arrested them all. They're all awaiting their trial. It's ugly. It's ugly. Yeah. All right. So here's my one from back home.
Uh-oh. Wait. From where?
Pennsylvania. Why, you got one of them?
Guy in camo selling iPod, Bigfoot cans. Cheerleaders tailgating a Walmart lot. Preacher with a ferret yelling parking's hot. Meanwhile in Pennsylvania, you can't make this up. Meanwhile in Pennsylvania, keep your head down, don't look up.
You're on cue, man. Fucking unbelievable. All right.
Leave it to me. I got this.
You're unbelievable, man. So in Montour County, Pennsylvania, a man faces charges after allegedly stealing an ambulance in Montour County. Police say Tyler Beaver. I'm going to actually say his name. Fuck
Beaver?
So, yeah, I had to. Yeah. The title was Beaver Steals Ambulance. So, yeah. So Tyler Beaver of Watsontown left the emergency department at Geisinger Medical Center. This is literally in our backyard in Danville, Pennsylvania. Geisinger Medical Center near Danville, Wednesday afternoon, ran to an unlocked ambulance and tried to drive off with it. Authorities say that when he was unable to take off in the vehicle, he ran to another unlocked ambulance and sped off with it. Beaver allegedly crashed through a gate at Zartman's Construction, which is where my buddy Jeremy works, the one I used to do the podcast with and brew beer with. It's all coming full circle right now. But at Zartman's Construction was eventually caught after getting stuck in a snowbank along Old Route 11. He faces a slew of charges, including theft of a motor vehicle. Where'd it go? Theft of a motor vehicle, attempted theft of a motor vehicle, receiving stolen property, and fleeing or eluding a police officer. Like, there's no... I've been following the story for like 3 days, and there's really nothing else. But the dude just walked out and was like, fuck this, I'm taking an ambulance.
I think I'll take an ambulance.
Yeah.
That looks like a good car. I'll take it.
I guess Uber wasn't running that day, so he's like, I got to find a way home. Here we go.
It's cold. There's snow. Hey, look, an ambulance. I'll take that one.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but Beaver Stole an Ambulance was a great title, and it drew me in. Here we are.
Let's see. I don't know how to end this one. Let's try
Meanwhile,
this.
Meanwhile in Memphis, it's happening again. Meanwhile in Memphis, the sky turns. Guy in camo selling iPod, Bigfoot cans. Cheerleaders tailgating a Walmart lot. Preacher with a ferret yelling parking's hot. Meanwhile in Pennsylvania.
Love it. Love it. Amazing.
There we go. All right, so to close things out really quickly, the last comment I'm going to put up here is from Roberto. He said, "Brothers, you have to come to the Nick." Yes, we do.
We do.
We need to try to figure out in the next year, at least by the end of next year, we need to come over there and hang out with you, your brother, and Sin, and Josh, and your wives, and go just have some fun. So I'm going to say my piece, and I'll let you do yours, because I mean, this was your group of people. So I will say thank you to all the guys that jumped on here tonight. I learned a lot. I enjoyed a lot. I found a beer that I was absolutely terrified of, that I absolutely enjoyed. One, I want to here this year when we get to Memphis, I want to come and meet all of you. And two, we really need to get on the whole coming up with a beer for that and get that one going. I would love to debut the Real Smoke whatever it's going to be, stout, IPA, I don't care, but it's going to be the real smoke. So want to do all of that one. So thank you to everybody from Memphis who jumped on here tonight. I greatly appreciate it. So next week we are off. We do have a bye week. I don't know if anything's going to jump up. We did reach out to somebody that we may get on here. So we'll let you know probably in the next few days if that comes to fruition. But if not, we do take a week off and we'll be back with who we got.
We got in 2 weeks, Jerry Lucy, and we will be reviewing the new Haze Gray cigar, the Irmaus du Mar.
Very
Close.
good.
Close.
Yeah.
I've been practicing. So yeah, I'm super excited about that one. I don't know if anything's going to pop up in the meantime, but we're super excited to have Jerry on here. It's another one we're kind of branching out. He has an amazing story to tell. He's also a cigar guy. It's going to be a fun show. So, but yeah, I piggybacking off Charles, man. What an amazing show. I know most of these guys very well. Some of them I don't know as well as I'd like, and I want to sit down, like I said, and have a beer with them and hang out. But moving to Memphis, it was scary. There was a lot going on moving away from family and friends, and I've said that many times. Me and the wife are on our own journey now, and meeting Randy and meeting Frank and meeting some of these brewers and everybody that just took us in this community of brewers. Having this show tonight meant a lot to me, and Memphis is always going to have a special place in my heart. Even well after I moved from here, I doubt this is my permanent home, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. But I love to see what the brewers are doing down here. It's an amazing journey. I couldn't agree more, man. We need to come up with a cigar blend beer just to pair with cigars, and something that we can put out and something that we can all say we had a little bit of a hand in, and I love it. 100%. Let's push that together.
And, if we can, I would love to start a group chat with everybody involved. And even if I need to try to get out that way at least once or twice so we can work on it together, I will do my best to get out that way. So Mick, I'll put that one in your hands. However you want to get that one started, go ahead and do that one. But huge thanks to everybody who jumped on here tonight. We appreciate you. Mick, get them out.
Take time this week, smoke a great cigar with someone you love. Have a great beer with someone you love. 901, much love. And let's do this again next week or the week after. We'll see how it goes, but much love. Thanks, you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
The smoke is thick, the air is tight, cigars are lit, oh what a sight. Pour the whiskey, tequila too, this one for Mick and Charles and you. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast makes us so grin. You light us up, you keep us strong. Cheers to you, we raise the song. Conversations deep, the stories fly. Ashes fall, with spirits high. The gas is rolling, the penters flow. You've kept us burning, don't let it go. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast makes us all grin. You light us up, you keep us strong. Cheers to you, we raise the song. From the flame to the end of the night, you're part of the glow, you're part of the light. Mick and Charles with a laugh and a grin. This flame burns